You know what I decided to do today? I said, we, especially me, tend to worry way more than is warranted. Fam, I just realized we've been complaining a lot. There really is no serious reason to be doing so. The 49ers are clearly atop of the NFC West food chain, fam. I mean, the Niners have, and no doubt about it, the best roster in the NFC West. There is no questioning that. The team has smoothed out some rough edges, particularly on the defense, in spite of seeing a number of the players who were part of the number one defense in the 2022-23 NFL season exit. Okay. However, the core, it remains there. I would have liked to keep a couple of guys on the defensive left. I mean, of course, I want J-Dub back. Yeah, of course I do, But the 49ers immediately went after some replacements. And I don't know if you're not gonna be replacing Jimmy Ward. Well, but maybe it's to be seen, all right? But Al-Shar, yeah, he wasn't getting a lot of playing time anyway. So the thing is, I just don't. The way the team has been methodically piecing together and maintaining the potency of the roster, it deserves some praise. So I said today, there's not a lot going on today in the news. I just, why don't we talk about some good things? And as I say, just enjoy what we got. I mean, the way the team has been piecing together and maintaining the potency of the roster, it deserves some praise. Tonight, going to the phones, looking for any reasons to doubt the Niners' chances of making the playoffs for the fourth year out of 7 coming up. Yeah, it's 7 in the Shanahan Lynch regime. That's not bad. I know you're supposed to win the Super Bowl every time you go to it. And if you get to the NFCCG, for God's sake, you're not supposed to lose it. But there's other teams out there that are fighting for the same thing, and you're not going to come up on top every time. So, curious, though, is the most accurate way to describe the NFC West. But at this hour, the San Francisco 49ers are the class of the division. There's no doubt about that. They body slammed the NFL for a 13-4 record last year, thanks to the NFL's best defense, in spite of a complete quarterback mess. I mean, it was just really ridiculous. I don't really care to ride that carousel again, though, with the quarterbacks. That will somehow get fixed, I assume. But the Niners added Pro Bowl defensive tackle Javon Hargrave and free agent man. You want to make yourself feel good about this team? Look at what Lombardi posted. That whole breakdown of Hargrave in action. As I'm sitting there watching, I'm saying, damn. Now, I have never had the opportunity to feast on Hargrave's work, but my God, he is frightening. So I said, man, him and Nick in the same field at the same time with the same objective, that's obscene. So that's what I'm saying. I want Nagil Q just like you do. I don't know if the 49ers are able to afford him, but I like what we got. And I think I'm going to go ahead and believe. I hate that Willis left. Really pissed me off, actually. Titans, leave us. Stop it. Because, one of our guys is over there, right? He was a talent guy. He was a guy that judged talent. Bro, this is just tearing us up. So, I says, man, I don't know. That defense is going to be just amazing. And the fact of the matter is, the coach we got now is going to make that secondary better. That means the offense is going to be on the field all day, even if they're sputtering. They're going to be out there more than most teams are going to be. So there's really no need to be overly concerned about them. You still got Debo and George Kittle out there. Did I mention McCaffrey? The Niners are just ridiculous with skills and talent. So anyway, I don't know. After the Niners, the discussion centers on whether you believe the Rams are headed back for a bounce-back season and if the Seahawks can regain their early 2022 form. Your personal opinion on that tonight, fam? Are they even capable of what they have? I look at it as a complete embarrassment. If they were to beat the 49ers in any way this year, and Hawks and Rams, I hope you're in here tonight, this conversation is meant for you. Take that Bud and Port and take it from me. Because for me, man, neither one of those possibilities is going to happen. Los Angeles is beginning to tear down its roster. The word rebuild is just not being connected to that mess. So far, they've dealt Jalen Ramsey. Soon may trade Allen Robinson, and along with releasing Bobby Wagner, Leonard Floyd, Cooper Kupp, and Aaron Donald. Great players. They can't do it by themselves. They cannot. I mean, Seattle re-signed Geno Smith to a long-term contract. Good. Seattle. The Hawks are going to go after a quarterback, though, this year, I'm pretty sure. Probably with that first pick they get. But Geno's late career breakout arc, it is amazing. But the Hawks have a much tougher slate in 2023 after finishing second in the division. Now, this year, they're going to get tested, unlike last year's easy schedule. Yeah, it was easy last year for you Hawks. It was. Seattle could be competitive, yet that doesn't mean another playoff bid is coming. Rounding out the group is Arizona, everybody's favorite team to not pick on. Because I never say anything about the Cardinals, because the Cardinals, I've just never taken them seriously. Even when they were good and they were beating us, I said, well, yeah, okay. There's always Hawks and Rams. But AZ Cardinals are poised for a huge culture shift from an offensive-driven team to a defensive-minded group. And that's all going to happen while Kyler Murray's my leg is trying to heal up. See, because they're going to change that. Because, when you think about going to get a defensive-minded coach, Kyler Murray's going to be rehabbing for a while. Nobody knows. And then if they can get things running in this fashion with the defensive-minded coach and whatever else they're going to do, they can just trade Kyler next year because Kyler's got a huge salary that he has not even come close to earning. San Francisco is a safe bet at this new hour to go to Vegas and drop a few bucks, fam, on them winning the West. And say hi to Jimmy for me out there when you get there, will you? I'm telling you right now, the 49ers need not be concerned about anything regarding getting to the playoffs. There's just not a reason to. I actually think we could get hurt and lose. You can't lose you can't lose a quarterback. Should not do that. But as long as some of the guys aren't taken completely out, the 49ers have a depth on this team also that could come in and do things. So, yeah, I like our chances, really do. Now, fam, that's what I'm saying. Offer me any reason why I should stop smiling. And I'm not delusional. But if you can prove I am, then do it. I want to hear it. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm through being worried and concerned about the 49ers getting their ass kicked. I don't. Rumble, we don't just win divisions. We talking Super Bowls. I am, but you got to get there first. And chances are good that if you get there, especially with the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan, for all his faults, he does prepare his team for the playoffs. For some reason, for reasons beyond, I just don't understand why. And usually, we fall short due to some kind of injury. And normally it's to the quarterback. So that's what teams are probably going to do from now. You don't want to beat the 49ers? Get them in the playoffs? Take the quarterback completely out. I'm not just talking about sacking him. I'm talking about bust him up, get him off the field, and win. Garoppolo, bad shoulder, bad hand. Compton on the right side, protecting. Brunskill on the other side next to him. The Rams, their only slot to get to Garoppolo is through there. They take advantage of that. This last year, Brock is looking good. He may be out there he's a little shaky on occasions, but he was getting it done. That's all the 49ers needed. He had so many bullets. While everybody else was shooting bullets, Brock Purdy was shooting howitzer shells. So you see, that's why I said, the Eagles may have gotten away with that, but don't tell me the 49ers were not going to score. And I know for a fact, you look at how long it took the Eagles to score on a broken down 49ers team that didn't have an offensive to put on the field to actually answer to some of the time drives that the defense was on the field. Don't tell me the Eagles were going to get beat by that 49ers defense. There's no way I'm ever going to be convinced of that. So you see, again, if we ever get to that point, now Super Bowl's another story. I have no explanation about it other than the fact that I know it's all Jimmy's fault, but I did see some other things go on in that Super Bowl that also contributed to that loss. That was their first year. I said at the beginning of that year, I said, you know what? They look good. They lack experience. And sure enough, that was part of it. So yeah. So I'm looking for a fourth year back knocking at that knock knock knocking on Super Bowl door. Feels like I'm knocking on Super Bowl door. Hey, I got to finish that song and get with Quest for six. Alex Mesa, what's your opinion on Ike's recent tweet? I've not seen his tweet, but I'm guessing, did he say something about getting paid? Or somebody bring me up to speed on that. Big Show says right now we don't have an answer at QB and lost a lot of depth on an old line. I wouldn't go that far to say we're number one in the West. Show, then please come in tonight and tell me who in the West makes you really fearful. I just want to know, for conversation's sake. I need to be convinced that we need to be fearful of the Hawks or the Rams, even though we may have lost a few people. As far as the quarterback goes, I'm gonna wait to really seriously worry about that because all the quarterback's got to do is his small job: get the ball, and I know it's easier said than done. Get the ball to Debo, Kittle, McCaffrey, Ayuk, Juice. That's all he's got to do, and get out of the way. Running backs. If I got Elijah Mitchell out there for 18, if I can get Elijah Mitchell for 12 weeks, the last 12 weeks, you can't. The 49ers are unstoppable. And I don't care who they play. hey, Michael.
Hey, Ronbo, how's your night going, buddy?
Michael's going to drink, man, because I've decided to stop being overly concerned about this team being a fail. As far as NFC West, it's the only thing we got to stop us from getting into the playoffs. Michael, I like our chances. That's the ranking.
100%. No, I love it. When I was watching Cohen today, they were talking about predictions of the schedule, which games you're going to win, which games you're going to lose. And how I look at it, they predict either it's going to be a 12 or 13 win season this year.
Right? What's wrong with that? You find
no, it's not bad. No. Cohen and his father was saying that he could see the Niners go 12 or 13 games with wins. 12 wins or 13. Nothing less than 12 and no more than 13.
There you go.
No, I agree.
There's no reason to be crying. 100%. Right? Yeah.
No, I mean only tough tests we got to figure. We got to worry about if Lamar Jackson stays with Baltimore. We got to worry about Baltimore.
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
Yeah. Wait. Let me stop you right there because Philadelphia is in serious trouble. They have lost.
They're in serious trouble.
Way too many people. I mean, way too many. Not just a few. They've lost an army of good talent.
I mean, only thing I'm worried about is we don't get any. It depends when we play the Eagles and if we have everybody healthy that week. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Yeah. You don't want to go to Philadelphia with half the guys on the,
No, IR. Well, that's all the time, and no matter who you play.
Yeah. And I don't want to be too early because we get rusty in the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got to get warmed up. But
peaking too early. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, and then I just can't wait for the schedule to come out so I can see who's going to be our first matchup.
I look for us to come out slow.
I wonder.
I just don't want to come out 2-3 or anything like that. But I look for us to come out slow.
Yeah.
3-3, I won't be bothered with that. Yeah.
No.
I wish not.
But if they can win the first game, I'll be happy. Remember last year they lost to the Bears the first game. I want to start off.
I know. And the Bears are picking what in the draft? First or second?
I think they trade up. They trade up because Carolina gets the first pick.
Yeah. See.
I think it was Carolina. I think that gets the first. Yeah. Remember the Carolina and the Bears did a trade.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, originally that was theirs to give away. They were number one in the draft, as they lost to everybody except us.
And then my friend was talking about, what do you think about the Niners picking up Darnold? I said, hey, it's a chance we're taking. I think he'll be all right. He's got the team. Yeah. It's not like when he was with the Jets in Carolina, he had nobody. And he still won 4 games with Carolina, Darnold,
And Kyle likes
I just want to he's a Southern Cal. He's a California boy, Southern Cal, USC. Mm-hmm. I want to see Trey play. I'm really desperate to see Trey play until,
He is, too. He'll get his chance.
Purdy. Yeah.
Do you, Robbie Gold might be coming back. You heard about the little thing they can do now
Yeah.
with Robbie. They can add 1 point something million, and he can end up with
Mm-hmm.
over two if he wants to call his
Well,
bluff because there's nobody asking Robbie to join their team out there.
no, I think Robbie's going to come back. Just look at nobody's picking him up already. He's
I know.
sitting there looking pretty.
Yeah.
So we got a shot to take him first shot. So I'll take him back in a heartbeat.
Oh God, yes.
I'll pay him whatever he wants. I'll pay him whatever he wants.
Yeah. You still may need to draft a
He's
kicker.
a clutch kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can draft one, but it's always good to bring that guy back to train the rookie.
Yeah. Exactly what I'm saying.
It's always good to train a young kid.
Yeah.
They always taught you in high school. The senior always helped out the underclassmen to improve.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, I know. When I played quarterback, I had a lot of good teachers that taught.
Yeah, that's where you got to go. You got to have somebody to look up to. You got to have a mentor. You got to have somebody you want to pattern your own game after. Absolutely. So. Doing Robbie.
Oh yeah. You know who used to watch me? You know who used to watch me play a lot? Steve Young used to come by and watch me play and says, man. I said, I'd love to play for the 49ers, but I don't think that's going to come true. That's back when I was in high school. He says, oh, it doesn't give up.
Steve loved to play for the 49ers, but he didn't think he had a chance.
No. I told Steve that when I was playing in high school back then. I told Steve I always had a dream to play for the 49ers, and he says, well, wherever take. But then I told him, whatever draft pick, I got to go. It's the money, draft pick. Yeah, but no, I mean, and the other free agents, I'm pretty surprised. I'm pretty, the best ones we got was the Eagles. I liked him.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see Nick and Hargrave. That in itself just reassured me. My God, what is the team going to do against
I
Nick
feel sorry for the quarterback, man. I feel sorry. I just want the guy we picked up from the Eagles go after the Eagles quarterback, like the same way he went after our quarterback. That was going to go after, put the punch in. I just want.
If anybody's going to be fired up, it's going to be him for that game. Okay, that always is the case. Team gets rid of you. The first thing you want to do, you made a mistake getting rid of me. That's the first thing that's on his mind. So
I hope he hits that quarterback so hard that the quarterback sees birdies.
Defensive line is going to be stronger this year than it was last year, actually. Because
the Lions, I got to watch out for. Lions, they said they're improving the Lions. Yep.
Yeah, that's the team I'm concerned about, and I was concerned about them last year too.
And I don't think we're playing them this year. No.
Playoffs.
I don't think we're playing the Lions. No.
In the playoffs.
Still, I'll be afraid. It doesn't matter if it's next year or whatever. They're going to be a hungry team. They're a hungry team.
Hey, Michael, look for them in the playoffs. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, the Lions are going to win that division.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Heartbeat. Lions are going to win it. There's nobody good. Packers are going to go bye-bye. Minnesota's going bye-bye. Chicago, forget about it. It's going to be Detroit, first place in that division.
Oh,
you
God.
watch.
Don Burke can finally stop whining and crying and begging the world to give him some acknowledgement. Damn it. That was always fun. Now he's got a team that's got to respect. Damn it.
I know, right? I just can't wait to watch. And I can't wait to watch Jimmy play for the Raiders. I want to see how he looks. I want to compare, because if he does good with the Raiders, our coach is going to be screwed. But if he stinks with the Raiders, then we know that Shanahan did a good job of helping him out with us.
Yeah, but
I'll tell you. That'll tell you.
He's with the coach who raised him, though, and that probably
Jimmy
won't
does,
be a problem.
Yeah.
What the problem with the Raiders is going to be is their defense. Their defense was number 26 last year, so they have to score a lot of points to win.
Yep, and they lost their tight end.
Wall was always hurt anyway. I think that's why they got rid of him.
And then Sunday was talking about it. I don't know if it was on YouTube or what. If the 49ers could go after Devontae Adams and give the Raiders Ayuk, I'm like, that'd be kind of like, I don't know if I would take Devontae Adams. I don't know.
How come?
For Ayuk? Would you? I mean, I guess you think.
How
I don't know.
Old is Adams?
Is he near 30?
Is he? He has to be, doesn't he?
You know what? He's the same age, right? I think he's the same age as David Carr, because they play Fresno State. They both play college ball together.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Did they come
play
out
college ball
time?
together? I think so. I have to look. That's a good question to find out. They both came out the same draft year.
Anyway, I'd rather keep Ayuk anyway because that's just way too much.
I love Ayuk. I want pay Ayuk big bucks. Keep Ayuk. He's got, he's young, and I think I would be Ayuk and Debo and Kittles and McCaffrey. What a machine I got.
Yeah, and Devontae's going to ask for too much money. So Ayuk is going to ask for a
and he
lot of
won't
money
do that.
too.
I don't think he'll be that good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, Adams
let
is
Jimmy
Adams is the cream
let
of the
Jimmy
crop.
handle him.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
But
And Rodgers is just playing the waiting game with the Jets. So that's another thing. Rodgers, I tell Rodgers, make up your mind because by then the Jets could bring in somebody else.
I'll be glad when
like
he actually retires. Every offseason, it's the Rodgers show. Every year, Aaron.
Yeah, right. Last couple
Every
years, it
year.
was Tom Brady. It was like the Brady show. Now it's the Rodgers show. What's next?
But Brady wasn't trying to put on a theatrical performance like Aaron.
I think Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers needs to grow up. Yeah.
No, never going to happen. Anyway, Michael, great to hear from you.
Okay, well, I'll be back. From you too, Rumble.
Yeah, I'll be back Thursday looking for you too. All right. Have a good
night.
night.
All right, Rumble, you have a good night.
You too.
Have a good night, all 49 friends.
Yeah. So
Detroit's still worth a penny, probably.
Whenever he does that, I think it's Don Burke. He does that well, doesn't he? What is this? The Big Show also says, on top of what I said earlier, there's no question a quarterback is going to go down. Just a matter of when. Brock Purdy 2.0 isn't going to happen again. Show. You've got to take off that hood and stop Grim Reapering. It's going to be okay. Papa Dragon. Hey, Pop, head of the clan, the Dragon Clan. It's Papa Dragon.
What's up, Ronbo?
Pop, did you tell me you were doing COVID?
Yeah. I'm hanging out with COVID.
You're getting the last few minutes of it now. Okay, good. Well,
I've had it for 5 weeks now.
Oh. Papa,
well, you have it. You're infected, right? Yeah. And then after that, you get over the infection, which means that you start testing negative. I got what you call long COVID, so it's that shit that just sticks with you a little bit longer.
There's a long versus the other one.
Yeah. So I got this stupid cough. Anyway, Ronbo.
Yes.
Very interesting topic tonight. And and as always, I love your positive mojo. I love it. But answer me this, Ronbo. What did the Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, the New Orleans Saints, the New York Giants, and the Philadelphia Eagles have in common?
This is like a Riddler question. I don't know.
Remember, Seattle Seahawks is in there too now. I said Seattle Seahawks too. Seattle Seahawks, New Orleans, New York Giants, and the Philadelphia Eagles. What do they have in common?
Resurrected quarterback? Because that wouldn't include Hurts. I don't know, Pop.
All of those teams have a quarterback and a better offensive line than we do. And they also have two first-round picks.
Everybody. Emmanuel Mosley.
Good night, Don. Go ahead.
Son of a bitch.
This is what I was worried about.
You had to
Damn it!
You had to pull the E-Man card.
God.
Oh. So the point that I'm trying to make is, while we have been blowing more, I mean, what are we? 80? We blow 80% of our first round picks. These other teams have been building a little bit by little bit, or as we like to say, brick by brick.
Is the percentage that high? Oh my God.
It's pretty high, Ronbo. It's pretty high. Out of all the first rounders that we've drafted, how many we still have on our team?
We made up with it in the later rounds.
Two. Javon Kinlaw don't count. Well, making up for it is one thing. You still don't want to miss on those first round picks, right? So now, the way it's trending, it's trending like Trey Lance is going to be a miss. It's trending that way. And it doesn't change the fact that our biggest weakness going into the offseason was our offensive line and our quarterback position. Now, again, our offensive line kind of graded out middle of the pack, right? It wasn't awful, wasn't terrible. But tell that to our quarterback crew in the NFC Championship game, because they didn't take out just one guy; they took out two. They cleared the deck, Ronbo. They cleared the deck. So if you want to sit here and tell me, okay, yeah, we're gonna mop up the floor, we're gonna go 12 wins this season with no quarterbacks, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But do you really think that Christian McCaffrey is gonna last running up the middle, full speed, 20 times a game, 25 times a game, while Mason
they're not going to
or
volume
Mason
him that.
sitting on the bench chilling?
No, they're not going to volume him up that high. You think? I don't think so. Chris is
Based
still
on
going
what
to be
I
that guy
see,
coming out of the backfield.
based on what most people see, we see a scat back running up the middle between the tackles too much, especially when you got a big back like Mason in there.
And TDP. I think
So let me
Kyle
go
wants to
back.
get them some experience before he starts running them a little more heavier.
No, Kyle is living in his own head. Kyle Shanahan's the reason why we lost that Super Bowl. Okay? And he's also the same reason why he's getting his players injured. Because he's living in his own head and no one can't tell him jack. Nobody can.
That's true.
And he's arrogant. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm not trying to be divisive. All I'm saying is that I'd be more comfortable saying what our record's going to be when I know who the quarterback is. Yeah. And I don't know. And I just don't see Sam Darnold get into the Pro Bowl, being a Pro Bowl caliber player. And honestly, with as crappy as the NFC is now, we should have somebody. If Kyle is supposed to be the genius he's supposed to be, shouldn't he have a Pro Bowl quarterback up in there? Because come on, dude, Geno Smith just made the Pro Bowl. He deserved it. But still, man, you got to wrap your head around Geno Smith just made the Pro Bowl. That's hard to say, isn't it?
Even to fathom, when I heard about it, I said, really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, hey, let me also couple that with the fact that last year Mac Jones made the Pro Bowl as a quarterback too. So as an alternate, yes. But
again, bizarro world, man.
Yep.
Bizarro world. So while overall they've done a good job of I think they're creeping up to B- territory in free agency. I still think it was just a drastic mistake. Now they're talking about trading for the left tackle from the Bengals. And honestly, he's kind of a bum, but he might be better on the right side if he moves to the right side.
He's pissed off with management. What would they trade for him though, Pop?
Well, the way he played, he's worth mid-round picks, probably maybe a fourth or fifth.
No first round. Okay.
The fourth or fifth is there, but you got to restructure the contract because he's got $12 million coming at him.
Oh.
So you got to restructure. You got to work out a deal before you get him over here with the acknowledgement that, hey, we're going to switch you to right tackle. And that way, when Trent retires, you'll get another shot at the left side and we can revisit your contract or build some incentives in there.
I like that. Because Orlando Brown came over there and just made him all the way mad. So...
Well, he should though. I mean, you can't be getting Joe Burrow hit up like that. You got to pick your game up.
And
he's a first round left tackle. Yeah. He's a first round left tackle. He grades out terrible as a run blocker, and he grades out mediocre, middle of the road as a offensive tackle. But I think that's to be expected because I really do believe right now that pass rushers are literally like 8-1 as far as effective offensive lineman in NFL Pop, right now.
Before we run out of time, though, John Feliciano as 49ers scare you. What do you think about him? Is he? Why is he available as quick as you can?
He's as quick as I can. Basically, he's a free agent. He's 31 years old. He wanted more money than what the Giants wanted to pay him, and the Giants believe with one of their 2 first-round picks, they can get a better player or get a younger player and cheaper. So that's what the move was there. But he's a very good football player, hard-nosed dude, phone booth fighter kind of guy, wide body, works really well on the inside. He can play center, play left guard or right guard. He came into the league as a tackle. So he's got a lot of versatility. So he's basically the next Brunskill. But the reality is that he came here on the deal he came here with knowing that, you know what, I can beat him out, and I can beat him out, and I can beat him out.
So
he's coming here thinking the same way.
with a couple of
Yeah,
2 or 3 guys that they brought in too. That's fooling
yeah,
me.
yeah. So
You're right.
yeah, so there should be some interesting camp battles.
Yep.
So I think ultimately he can come in, but I guarantee he's coming in confidently thinking to himself, "Oh, I'm
I'm
going
going
to
to
get me a
win one of
spot on
those
that line."
spots. Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Bob,
and they're going to have to pay me.
outstanding,
So
outstanding stuff. I'll see you. I'll see you Thursday.
all right,
All right. Appreciate you,
all
Bob.
right, Ronbo.
Give
Shout
my
out to
best to the
production.
clan, and
I
get
will.
over that COVID. Okay. All right.
Oh man, I tell you what. Oh, it's
See,
terrible.
see you in a minute. Night,
All
Pop.
right, man. Later.
Yeah, Pop, and Pop brought everything he said. It's hardly you can't wage an argument against because I am too tired, and I mentioned it earlier. I am tired of watching that quarterback position shifting every 5-10 minutes. You know, Va- Vader, Vader. Maybe we missed your intro. I heard it. I heard it trying though.
What's going on, Rombo? I guess you missed it, man. How you doing, brother?
Doing great. You know, 'cause I
Long
made
time
myself
no
feel great.
talk.
Hey, you said right. Missed you too.
I missed you too, brother. I had to come in and kind of listen to what was going on the show today.
You
It's an
know,
easy
'cause
day. We don't have a lot of movement going on, but
that's why. That's why
and
I
then
just
and
have.
we've got all these people all over the place. We got Jimmy over there at the ranch, and we got we got we
He
got
didn't
we got
mention Vegas. He said the ranch.
the ranch. We got because that's all I see. That's all I see on Facebook and that other Twitter stuff. And I'm just getting sick.
You know,
I just stay off of it because it's just man,
you
they just
know,
post some nonsense sometimes.
gotta feel
But
sorry for Jimmy, man.
right,
The guy just gets
right.
he just gets messed with, you know. And even
He
when he's
just
playing
gets mad
ball, he still gets just messed with. But
because he's
anyway,
handsome. Everybody wants to mess
you
with a
know,
handsome quarterback.
that's the
You know what
thing,
I
you know.
mean?
Even
You know,
yeah.
we thought he was going to be our Joe Namath, man, from back in the day,
Oh
coming out with
yeah.
a meat coat. It just didn't happen, man. It just didn't happen, you know.
Came
But
close, but yeah.
But then we've got other nonsense going on. McGlinchey getting all that money from Denver, the Walmart people. What are they doing, man? They're closing stores just to save their franchise here, man. What's
But
going
you always got
on,
to
man?
overpay. When it comes to free agency, you always got to overpay. That's why I
Uh,
kind of like where the 49ers are coming from with that. Be careful
oh,
what you spend
absolutely.
money for in free agency because you're going to pay more than you're supposed to.
Yeah, and then I see some talented cats coming out on ones and twos. Hopefully, well, down the pipe here, we can get Big Show involved in that and see what he thinks. But
Yeah.
again, I'm not too pretty on picking up anybody on the first or second round, to be honest with you, because I'm still baffled by the money situation. Why would you pick up? Look at Carolina, man. They're going after that quarterback. He's already making $6 million a year.
Mm,
What do you think they have to give him in signing bonuses?
mm,
That's why they
mm,
lost half their players.
mm-hmm.
I said, "Oh, you want the number 1? Here you go. Take it."
Yeah. Yes, that's
You want 3, 4s, and 5s, man. I want people that are going to go out there and earn some money.
and
I don't.
and,
Go ahead.
and are better a lot of the time. They're better than the first round picks. How many guys we got in the ranks
Thank you.
that are better than first round picks? Many.
Thank you.
We got
And
Pro
how many?
Bowlers.
I mean, exactly. And how those the cats that went to the Titans, everybody that went to Texas, they're all getting paid. They were 3rd, 4th rounders.
See,
I mean,
George
so
Kittle,
it just
arguably one of the best
stop
tight
enough.
ends in football.
Absolutely. Just
Fred Warner, Pro Bowler extraordinaire. Come on,
Yes,
you don't
sir.
need to get. Yeah.
Come on, we can go down the list all day, but again, I'm with the philosophy that when people want to be a Niner, we've got to give them that opportunity. I know we missed with Kinlaw here. I was praying for him. I hope he would do a little better, but the kid's he's got the athletic build, and it's just depressing. I mean, what's going on here, man?
Well, you know
What's
what, the
happening with
49ers,
this guy?
but Vader, you notice how the 49ers are covering up. Now, they know that Javon is not going to be, so they went and got themselves another Javon, right?
Yeah,
He's going to take
absolutely.
that place. You look at that offensive line with John Feliciano. John's not
Right.
coming in to sit down on the bench. Somebody lost a job. You know what, when they got
Yes, sir.
Darnold, I says, you know what, Darnold's the same height, drafted in the same position, plays the somewhat same style as our number 3 pick. The 49ers, guys, you aren't fooling me, and I see what you're doing. you ought to be shamed. If anything, you probably should have traded those guys before you embarrass them like that.
Exactly, and then you and going and kind of piggybacking on what you're stating also is I mean I don't think look we lost a lot of front office people, okay,
Yeah.
that we couldn't really adjust during the last 2-3 games. You know, we're already in there talking about what we're gonna do, what we need to beef up, or what's gonna happen for the upcoming year. You know, we lost one of the best minds in football to the Texans, and
Yeah.
you know, on both sides, we lost our defense coordinator, and then you know they've got well, no, where did the other gentleman go to? Did he go to Texans
Carruthers?
also? Yeah, yeah. I mean,
He's
so
he's a Titans guy.
he's Titans. I am so sorry, Titans. Apologies, but you know, and I wish him the best of luck. I don't know if he's gonna fit their you know their talent
D'Amico?
forte on that with their no for the talent the talent guy
Carruthers over into the Titans.
Carruthers.
He's
Yeah,
already
yeah,
stealing
yes.
our players.
The reason why he's stealing our players because that's guaranteed for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to show face. You know what I mean? When you get in the building, you got to put a precedent.
Oh
He's
yeah.
all-
Make it look
you
like
know,
he came
yeah.
over here for this reason.
Oh, absolutely. But he's got to make sure he be able to gel with the rest of the organization plus that head coach on what his vision is. You know what I mean? Right now, it looks like John's kind of a mediator and everything. Hey, you handle the offense, Kyle. D'Amico's going to handle the defense. He's going to pick the players he wants. But hey, we're going to build off the defense. Defense wins championships. So Kyle, you got to understand that. You know, I understand everybody's right. You know, we all know. We all said it. I've said it a million times. We need a left tackle. But now's
Right
the
tackle.
time to kind of. I'm sorry, a right tackle. And right now is the time to kind of focus on figuring out. I want 3 or 4 right tackles. I don't want one.
Oh, you're gonna have.
Are you
them.
kidding me, Ronbo?
Actually,
Are you
there's that
kidding?
many now.
We're the king. We're the king of rotation, man.
Yes.
That's what we do, baby.
it works.
That's what we do. And it works. I don't care if you piss people off. I understand we're going to have fans out there. Oh, why are you putting that guy in or whatever? Because he's designed on that play, gentlemen. Because that's what Kyle does.
Vader, the reality is, I trust 4 of the 5 front line. I trust Brindle,
Yes,
of course. Aaron, from, what's his name from last year, the guard. I definitely trust Trent Williams. I think Burford's going to be okay. He's had a year to tutor up. I think he's gonna be okay. You get we need one more guy. Okay.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
You know, we're better
I
off
want
with a
2
lot of
more
offensive
guys,
lines.
Rambo.
Well, I mean, I want 3 or 4 more,
guys.
but I mean, I agree.
Yeah. Right. You know, it's just
But,
a
you
money
know.
situation. We ended up releasing about $7 million in cap space. So now we're gonna start getting the wheels turning here.
We're down to
And we'll
3
see
now.
what. Yeah, we're down to 3 now, but you know, I think we kind of overpaid the gentleman we brought over from Philadelphia. But you know what? I'm not gonna knock
Hargrave?
it because but I'm not gonna knock it. I think he's a wonderful player. I think he's gonna bring a lot of just ugliness to that defensive line.
I think you're gonna
And-
like him.
No, I'm gonna
you're not-
love him. I'm gonna
Yeah.
love him. I am gonna love him, but he's got to drop some weight because we believe on speed. I'm telling you, man, he's gonna get on that field, brother, and Warner's gonna look at him and say, "Hey, this ain't happening, Jack. This is not happening. I don't know how they did things in
he's-
Philadelphia, brother, but this is the
Vader,
way we play Niner ball, and it's
Vader,
got
he
to be
runs-
speed."
He runs less than 5 flat as a big man.
Oof.
He'll be okay. But listen,
I know.
Vader,
Oh,
I
absolutely.
tell you what, don't be a stranger. I'm gonna be back Thursday looking for you.
Absolutely, brother.
right.
Absolutely, brother. I'll be back on. And hey, you know what? I see, again with the negativity, let's just stop. We got to
Yeah.
see how this plays out.
That's
And with the and just real quick, Ronbo, with the quarterback situation, look, we figured out. They did they went in, they looked at the surgery thing, and I think we're gonna roll with Brock Purdy. I honestly think we're just gonna roll with him, and I don't think they're gonna say too much until we get closer to
Camp. Yeah.
to the
During
to the
camp.
season.
Yeah.
So during camp, and everybody's gonna have to fight for their job. Nobody has a position until they win the job, right?
Mhm.
So that's
what
Kyle's
gonna be
forte.
saying on every press conference. All right, Vader.
Absolutely. But anyways, man, shout out to production. Shout out to the Niner Empire. Big show. And TNT, brother. Love you guys. And I'll see you on Thursday, brother. Let it go. Ready go. Radio Ronbo Sports. And hit that like, gentlemen. Come on. 114 people
Damn.
watching. 44 likes. Hit that like, brother. Hit that like. Come on, we got to
Thanks.
support Ronbo, man, or we're going to let these Ram people come in here. Chris Hansen, come on, brother. Get a like.
No,
My
Chris Hansen's a
goodness, Ronbo.
49er fan.
Oh,
It's
is he?
It's Everett.
Everett. No, man. It's because I see
the guy who
Ramsey and I
lost
see.
in '94 and actually sacked himself. Why would anybody name themselves that name?
Reminds me of
Rams,
yeah.
you
Reminds me of the butt fumble, brother. The butt fumble. All right. You have a good night,
All right.
everybody. Have a good one, Ronbo. Take it
You
easy.
too, fam. Like,
All right. Bye-bye.
and there he is. He is. Chill. Bill. Phil.
Hey, Rombo.
Phil. Tonight, Phil, I've decided to take a page out of your book and stop with this. We have problems. We don't, compared to on the curve, we would grade high as far as having problems compared to other teams.
First of all, Rombo, we should change Big Show's nickname to Little Show.
How come?
I mean, to say that we're not going to win the division
I know, Show. I
because
was
we
trying
don't
to
have a
tell him.
quarterback. All right, so the Rams don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, not really.
You may not play.
What?
Arizona doesn't have a quarterback.
Yeah, I know.
Geno Smith, 1 year wonder.
Yeah, on a schedule that most teams would have won against.
Exactly. Ay, ay, ay. Do these people, I mean, if we don't win the NFC, I'd be real disappointed because our roster is far better than everybody in the league.
Mm.
The Eagles have lost 6 starters.
Oh, and key
Most of them on
starters.
defense.
Darius Slay.
Huh?
They lost some key starters too.
They lost two safeties, their 2 linebackers, their best defensive player in Hargrave.
Yeah,
They
he's the one
lost
who made everybody else
their
work.
running back.
Ah.
And when I watched Kelsey's podcast, you know, the 2 Kelsey brothers,
Yeah,
they
right.
do a podcast.
Yeah, and I've seen it a couple times.
And when they start talking about the Niners getting Hargrave, Kelsey goes, you know, no offense, brother, but Hargrave was the best defensive tackle I had to block, including Chris Jones on your team.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Hargrave is a beast. And to
He
say
is.
he's not fast, the guy is fast. His hands are strong. He's got 22 sacks over the last 2 years.
Ooh,
From
from
the
the interior.
Buckner wasn't that good. No way. We're
No.
going to see another level of this defense.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and the other thing that gets me is, did people watch when Brock Purdy was playing? We were averaging 31 points a game. You know, 31 points with our defense, we're winning the game.
And he was just in his first. He hasn't played 10
He
games
had the
yet.
highest QBR rating over those 8 games of any quarterback in the league.
I read it.
Period.
That's why I said, you know.
And to say our offensive line isn't good, we were top 5. We had Trent Williams, the best left tackle in football. Banks had a great year. He had over a 70 PFF rating. Brendel was a backup Pro Bowler. Burford is going to get better. You know, and I think McKivitz is going to be fine. Does anybody remember week 18 against the Rams 2 years ago where McKivitz had to play for Trent Williams?
Yeah, I do
against
remember
Aaron
that.
Donald?
Forgot what happened, but I do remember.
And he played well.
Yeah. No, McKivitz
McKivitz
protects.
is going to be fine.
Yeah, that big country boy, he does protect. What McKivitz is working on, hopefully they work on it, is his run blocking. But other than that, McKivitz
Run blocking,
protects.
that's when McGlinchey was better, but McGlinchey was worse than McKivitz at pass blocking. So there's a trade-off there, but that's fine. Just go with it. You know?
Run the other side. You know? McKivitz can get better. It's just a matter of training. I think he just needs to work on that.
Everybody says McGlinchey got overpaid. Thank God. Because now
we get a
year
third
from
round?
now, not this draft, but next draft, we got a first, a second, 4 thirds, 2 fourths, 2 fifths, and 2 sevenths.
They're not going to let us have them all. We're gonna hey, Phil.
Oh, we're going to get all of them.
No, but I mean, you can't use them all the same year. We got cut off this year. Phil, how many can you compile and save those?
Okay, so you get 7 picks maximum from free agency.
Okay.
We're going to hit all of those according to over the cap.
Yeah, oh yeah.
because of all the salaries these guys got. Like, Ebukam got $10 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Amenahue got $10 million a year. Those are big salaries.
Yep.
And we're going to get picks for them.
Yep.
So we're going to have 14 picks next year. We've got our
the coaches,
7 that we're
going to lose more coaches
we
next
got our
year,
7
too.
plus McDaniels, plus what's his name at Texas, plus 7
D'Amico.
free agent picks.
Yeah.
Or 4 free agent picks.
Yeah.
So that means we got 14 picks between our own and the comps. And they're high picks.
And I
Thirds,
think you only get
second.
11, Phil, per season.
No, you can get 14 max.
Will they let you use the ball? We got cut off this year, remember? We can't use all of them.
The maximum you can get comp picks is 7.
Yeah.
3 for coaches leaving, and then you can get 4 for players leaving. That's the max.
Yeah.
And we're going to max out on all
Yeah, I know.
next year.
This
So we're going to have 14 picks.
Well, and with the way the 49ers do in the late rounds, the 49ers do their best work after the second and third round.
Well, they're not going to be late rounds. That's the whole point. We got a first, a second, and 4 thirds.
That's our regular pick for but
the
thing
problem
is
we're going to be picking 32nd.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because
we're winning the Super Bowl.
There you go. Phil, you talking my language now, man. I am not going to sit here and worry to death about a team like the 49ers. Well, Phil, have we gotten spoiled to a degree? Come on.
Yes.
A lot of teams are way worse conditioned than 49ers are. Way worse.
Oh, no. We have the best roster in all the NFL. Seriously.
The Cowboys are doing some work over there.
Teams with the quarterback that they pay $50 million for?
Yeah, I know, right? See,
they can't afford other players.
That's why the 49ers are trying to keep that quarterback, because Kyle says, I can move an offense. It doesn't really matter how good that quarterback is. As long as he can just do what he's told and get that ball and be accurate and read a defense, I'll be fine. That's his MO. That's what Kyle works on.
Yeah. We only need to score maybe 20 points a game with our defense, especially
I'd like 25
with
or
Hargrave.
27, but yeah.
But, to say we're not going to win the division, much less the NFC, that's crazy.
I think so. I got to agree with Phil. I don't see us. The Rams and Hawks and Arizona cannot stop the 49ers.
They've lost too much.
Well, Phil, let me see you Thursday. And
the other thing I want to mention is Robbie Gould's going to sign with the Niners.
I think so too. He has no choice if he wants to play again. It's that or nothing.
There's only 2 teams. There's only 2 teams without a kicker on their roster. The Rams and us. The Rams can't pay diddle.
The Dallas Cowboys don't have a kicker, but
Dallas got a kicker on their roster.
Well, he sucks. Anyway, Phil, let me see you Thursday,
but
Phil.
They signed him. He's making millions.
I agree.
They tend not to throw money away at a kicker.
Well, you shouldn't. He doesn't do but one job.
So
anyway,
I don't know if he doesn't sign with the Niners by draft. He's not going to be playing football. Period.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Phil.
So he's got. Niners are probably.
We really got to go. Let me see you Thursday,
All right,
Phil.
Ronbo.
And more. And Phil, it's Phil and Ronbo. And don't worry about the 49ers show. All right, Phil. Have a great night.
All right. Talk to you later.
You too.
All right. Bye.
And there it is, big win out in his big truck, making the big bucks. And you guys got to see Big Win's. Boy, the dude's got a den now. Damn, that win.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Big win, man. I was saying, for the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about, well, we ain't got this and we ain't got that, and Kyle needs to go to the doctor and see what the hell is his problem, and we go do this and that. I said, yeah, wait a minute now. We ain't that bad. I mean, I don't think we're that bad at all, But that's just my feeling. That's why I came in tonight with all this jubilation. What are you thinking?
Well, Ronbo, I got 2 things, man. Big Show, I kind of like Big Show, man.
Yeah.
But I think he in love man.
I've always liked
my
Big
thing
Show.
is, what I don't understand is, why is he hating on Trey, man? Trey ain't even had a chance to play.
You know what I'm saying? So, and he talking about Sam Darnold being a starter. Where's Sam Darnold? He ain't done nothing. Nowhere he been. You know? So, I don't understand it, man. If they let Trey play like they let Purdy play, Trey will be a hell of a quarterback. Instead of trying to make him out a running back, you know what I'm saying? Let him play quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And you guys need to really quit about what is his name? Javon Kinlaw, man. They need to trade Javon Kinlaw for a Pepsi and a bag of Southwest peanuts because he ain't.
Make sure the Southwest.
You know? But I think when they signed the other Javon, his days is numbered, man. He gonna get cut. I guarantee you. He gonna get cut.
Wait, no, that's a dead cap though. Win. They have to keep Javon unless they could trade him.
If they cut him, what?
Before a certain date.
June 1st or whatever. Yeah, I think it's.
Is that the way it works with rookie contracts?
Oh, that's right. He's still on his rookie contract.
Yeah.
But they got to keep him for one more year anyway.
And you know you can't trade him because Win, if I call you up, hey, Big Win, it's Ronbo. Listen, I've got Javon Kinlaw. You know he's only in his 4th year. He's still fresh. He's got some upside to him. Now he's in a little. Aren't you gonna hang the phone up while I'm talking? I mean, I'm not. Nobody's gonna give you anything for Javon. Nobody. We got him for another year.
Like I said, they might give you a Pepsi and a bag of Southwest peanuts. That's about it. Because he ain't. I'm telling you, man. He'll be on the bench. He'll be on the bench for the whole year. He ain't gonna play.
He'll be grumbling.
How he gonna get in?
Well, he could get in to
he might
spell
get in
people.
Somebody because they tired. But other than that, he ain't. Man, that was the worst. Besides Jim Drunken Miller, that was the worst pick that ever made.
I didn't want him that year. I wanted Henry Ruggs. And I still think they could have saved Henry Ruggs' life had they drafted him that year. We needed a deep threat. We needed somebody fast. We still don't have it because Danny, I don't know what's going on with him, but Danny Gray, I don't think Kyle likes him. And so Henry Ruggs would have came in here. He wouldn't have been driving down Market Street at 200 miles an hour, and he probably would have still been playing football. Damn it.
Just like CMC. We should have took CMC right out of college, and they picked up Solomon Thomas.
Oh, don't remind me of when I lost my mind that night. Damn. Well, you guys got to be kidding me.
Yep.
Solomon Thomas? I got Eric Armstead. Where's he going to play? And sure enough, that's just the way it worked out. Oh.
I would have rather kept Buckner than to kept Armstead myself. But
yeah,
that was their choice.
Yeah. The 49ers, when they put their foot down, I guess maybe Buckner asked for just a more conversation on the subject, and Buck said they didn't even want to talk about it, and they just left me at $18 million, take it or leave it. Oh, really? Now, you could have went up $1 more million.
Yeah, he probably would have took it too. If you had went up $1 more million, he would have took it. You know,
that's all he wanted. He wanted some conversation.
They gave Armstead $18 million. What Armstead had last year? 1 sack.
And the thing is, Armstead would have took less if they wanted to give him more budget because he just wants to stay in San Francisco, and he's really into working with the community. You would have gave him 16, Armstead would still sign. I got a feeling he would have. He's not greedy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just I tell you,
water under the bridge now, but yeah.
He's starting to get some offensive players. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we need some help on that right side. And the best thing they could have done was get rid of McGlinchey. That guy right there, I'm telling you, man.
When I can't wait to see what that looks like without him. You know, we got a little bit of that when he left in 2021-22, right? But I wasn't really happy with that. Now, we need somebody over there that works a little while and see what they look like. McGlinchey could run block, though, fam. And when it came to road grading, McGlinchey might have been the best in the NFL, even better than Trent. But he could not protect.
Yeah, but you got to be able to protect the quarterback. That's the main thing. You know, I can understand him being a good run blocker. Okay, cool. But you're gonna block for the running back and let your quarterback get killed? Come on,
it doesn't work right? So you have to put your priorities. And with Kyle's offense, you know, that's what he's about. Kyle wants to run that rock. And that's what he predicates his whole offense off of.
They always put their best pass rusher on his side. You know, because they know he can't block.
Mm-hmm. And the quarterback is killed unless he can get rid of that ball in a heartbeat. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he don't get. Hopefully he don't get. What's his name? That came from Seattle and went to Denver. Yeah, hopefully they don't get him killed.
Oh, Russell Wilson.
Yeah, look at little Rusty kid. But Rusty can run though, so you know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's getting up. He's getting up there. He's getting a little older now. Russell Wilson, I don't know. They kind of brought him down last year. Not as bad as he did when he was in Seattle. But what is Russell, 32, 33? All that sprinting out of the pocket he might have lost a step.
Yeah.
But he can still get out.
Hey,
there.
Ronbo, look, I'm over my football depression now, so that's why I called in.
Well, good. You know what I'm saying? Let's stay out of that funk. We are not a bunch of. We're not on the street begging and panhandling. This is a team that can fight. We're all right. God.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna be. Hey, as far as our defense, man, our defense gonna be better this year than it was last year.
I really think so. I'm a little hesitant because they were damn good last year. But if Wilkes can improve that secondary, I ain't even worried about the front line rush. And Fred Warner and Dre, all I worry about with them is because they stay on the field. Because them boys can play some linebacker. Ooh, oh my God.
That Oliver pickup was a good pickup. Man. I like that too.
See.
You know? So you got somebody to take J-Dub. I hate to see J-Dub go, but
yeah,
you know, we got somebody just as good and bigger to take his place, you know.
And you got two guys to replace Dub. You got a slot corner, and you re-signed Gibson. Gibson had already taken J-Dub's job anyway, according to Kyle Shanahan. So you know.
Yeah, but he's getting up in age too, though. You know what I'm saying? So
I know.
He ain't gonna be that much longer.
I believe this is the last year because he's going to want to quit if we don't get to the Super Bowl next year anyway. So, you know, they got to draft a safety, but they better be on it. Get the right one.
All I got to say is Kyle let Lance play quarterback, we'll be all right. We gonna win the division. I don't know what Big talking about. We gonna win the division.
I know. So he's always depressed.
If Lance can't beat out Geno Smith, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
That guy right there. You know. But anyway, Ronbo, I'm gonna let you go. I know there's other people want to get in here, so you have a good one, and I'm gonna try to get on there so I can show you that room, man. But you know, I ain't figured out how to do that.
All right, work on that. We want to see. Wynn's got a room. Wynn's got his 49ers den is sick.
Did you ask me for stuff?
Sweet and Sour and Wrench.
All right, Big Win. Hey, Norm, Storm and Norm, let me ask you, what time is it, Norm?
It's time for me to finish my Uber driving play.
I heard you. I thought you were ordering food.
Camera, and they get on camera and say it's Niners all day.
Norm!
What a day, Ronbo. This is a day where we are deciding or questioning our relevancy in our division.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all looked at the division?
I tell you, Norm, explain it to them because I don't know if they're listening to me.
I'm not an off-season type person. Y'all already know this.
Yep.
I be Uber driving my butt off. But during my Uber driving rounds, I've looked at some of the trades, these blockbuster trades, and the only team that's really making gains in this trade is the 49ers. Look at everybody else. They lost Baker Mayfield. They didn't lost. I don't know who the Seahawks building around. Like Pete Carroll's gum? What are they building around?
Yeah, that's a good question. You don't hear anything about the Hawks in the news, do you?
Like what are the Cardinals building around? Super Bowl 57? Because it was played
8. They're trying to figure out a way to get rid of
wait. They're building around Rihanna's halftime show. That's what they're doing. What are the Rams building around? What are the Rams building around? The loss of the Rams?
Yeah.
See? Like, are they building around the ownership that the Niners have had over them? Because that's what they build. Are they building around Rudy?
Come on, man. They're trying to attract another team to take him.
Why are we questioning our relevancy of the division? I have to understand, like, if the NFC West was anything like the AFC South, we'd be the Jaguars.
There you go. You know, because
Make it make sense.
there's no way the 49ers are going to lose that division. If they do, I'm going to be embarrassed. A lot of us could be embarrassed. The 49ers should be embarrassed as an organization.
I mean, I just think about this, Ronbo. Look at all the teams that we got to face this year. Look at the additions that we have. Okay, so for one, about the Sam Darnold deal, I've heard mixed reviews about that one. But people ain't really taking about. I was just watching a video about the Brock Purdy situation and the timelines that these fans got. And like, I have too many nurses and people that are in the medicinal field in my family to really get caught in that. Because when they tell you he's doing the throwing practice, but they said he's going to be doing throwing practice programs within 3 months, but we said 6 months. Y'all told us release. You're not catching me in that genjutsu. You have to know how medical practice works, people. Yes. It's not Tommy John surgery like Jake Delhomme had. It's a UCL repair, not a replacement. Y'all act like Brock Purdy is Lamar on BMF right now. Y'all got to knock it off. For real.
I know. And the thing is, no matter what people are told, they're still going to want to believe what they want to believe. They create their own narratives on things they know nothing about. You just explained something that most people aren't even aware of.
And I forgot what that was because I just pulled up to my Uber spot. But really, Ronbo, like, all I'm saying is that the woes of 2022 didn't hit well with me. Maybe that's why I paid too much attention without paying attention at all. But the way this team is set up, they trying to keep that. You remember how the Patriots front office used to get down in the 20s, in the 2000s, in the early 2000s, 2010s, all that, right?
Yeah.
These Niners is really like picking up game on that, on a real level, doing it in this generational form. But y'all not, I don't know if it's going over people's heads. You know what I mean? It's really going over people's heads. We got coaches that's going to other teams. That's like DeMeco Ryans. The Texans have never had this much hype about their life until they got DeMeco Ryans on their squad.
Truth.
But that's neither here nor there. My thing is with
this is sustainability, Norm. Rams, this is what it looks like when you're keeping a team that's going to be able to compete in the years to come.
So when people are asking me, like, you talked about how everybody else in the division is building around, what are the Niners building around? We're building around the relevancy that we've had in the last 5 years. You understand me? You talking about 3 NFC championship appearances within that time frame. 1 Super Bowl appearance, and every quarterback has at least demonstrated enough to keep this team
to move the offense. That's all Kyle wants.
Keep this team moving, to keep it moving the way we want it to move. And fans get too antsy because we live in a region where we whine and cheese about everything. You feel me? That's what it is.
Get the pun. Lord's talking about Wine Valley, Napa, Sonoma. No, I mean, what the thing is, though? Yeah, the 49ers don't have to. Why you don't hear a lot of people leaving or going? We hear a lot of people leaving because they're not. We're beating them. They're getting beat out. Because the thing is, the 49ers have a good team. We don't need to be bringing in thousands of people. Some of the guys
we brought in enough people. We brought in Javon Hargrave. You understand what that D-line is finna do to folks? You ain't even got a blitz. You got the whole blitz right there on the line. You got Nick Bosa. You got Javon Hargrave. Y'all got
forgot about Eric
everybody
Armstead.
Else in that.
Yeah.
Armstead.
People forgot about Eric Armstead in that mix.
And people forget about Javon Kinlaw. And people forget about Javon Kinlaw still having to channel the energy of Grant Cohn in every offensive lineman. Water sucks. Come on, Javon. We waiting on you. I'm waiting on you, bro. You're gonna have one of them years.
Everybody's pulling for him. The poor guy came from a terrible situation as a child.
I'm a big Kinlaw fan. That's still he invited to my cookouts. You invited to all my cookouts. Kinlaw. That's my Kinlaw right there. Fuck you talking about? I'm sorry, I cussed. I'm sorry.
I really am worried about him. They went and got Hargrave, and Hargrave ain't gonna get beat out by Javon. But the thing is, Javon's got to go in there and make a name for himself.
You know what? If I was in Kinlaw's position, I would look to Hargrave as a brother, though, that could put me on game to type. Because I got fellas in my team that really just like when they show up And I'm like, I ain't like we pick up on game with each other, even though, there may be differences and all that stuff. There's a lot of differences in our team. It's the camaraderie that's in the locker room. They have a knack for picking players that can blend in that locker room and just get in there and just really blend into the atmosphere. And it's about a team atmosphere. It's like we know you fire individually in your stats, but can you really blend in with the team and get down with how we get down?
Because there's no selfishness. There hasn't been up until rumors are that it's not that way at the now. But the 49ers, that's the most unselfish locker room you're ever going to see. Fam, Norm, we got to go. And I tell you what, it's so glad to have you on the show. Because, like you say, Norm does not come in off season. This is a real honor. Norm, appreciate you, fam.
Hey, I didn't know what to say with these clothes on, except it's Niners all day.
Norm,
shout out to all the faithful, man. I love y'all, man. Straight up.
We love you back. Drive carefully out there, Norm. All right, fam.
And subscribe to Ronbo Sports right now,
Thanks,
or you're square.
Night, Norm.
Sure.
And KC. KC, positivity tonight. Nothing but good vibes, except for the Big Show came in and cast his dark shadow. It's floating away now. But it's about the 49ers are the cream of the damned NFC West crop. We are on top of the food chain. We're the predators that they run from when we come rolling down through the jungle. There's no other team. We will make the playoffs. Damn right.
Yeah, I would say so, Ronbo. I'm looking forward to seeing their schedule this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a given, right? They're going to go at least 12-5, right? I don't know what Big Show said, but Ronbo, hey, did you see McGlinchey's contract?
17? I know. Denver has extra money, I guess. Surplus cash.
17 what? What are you saying?
Yeah, million bags of chips. No, Mike McGlinchey's getting paid in Denver.
87 million.
Wow.
Over 5 years.
Maybe there's a competition for him. Maybe there's other teams that are bidding too, and the Broncos had to go that way. That's what happens to you in free agency. You got to outbid people. If I come in, Casey, I say, Casey, I'm getting paid 14 from the Panthers. If you guys you can't beat that, I'll just keep moving. Oh, God, Mike, you come in with an attitude? Sit down. We're going to pay you. How about 17? And that's the end of that.
Ronbo, I wouldn't give Mike a bag of chips right now, man. They got $11 million last year. Now he's got to go protect Russell Wilson. So I told him to go suck a lemon. You know what I mean, Ronbo? What is it, like $87 million from Mike McGlinchey?
Hey, they don't learn, Casey. Tom Compton went over to Denver last year.
Is he even going to start next year, Ronbo?
Well, but yeah, for that money, he'd better start. But you remember, Tom Compton went over there last year. I don't know what happened to him.
That was what I first thought was when I heard he went to Denver, and then I looked at the contract, and I was like, what? And I had a good laugh, Ronbo. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, well, good on him. I mean, if you can get it, I mean, but we know better than that. 17?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's the funny part, right?
I salute him. Good job, Mike. But you know what? He didn't look. I mean, his leg was just recovering. Actually, he did not bad a lot of games. So I don't know.
My bad, Ronbo. I got my headphone. My earbud just died on me.
I can still hear you though.
You there?
Oh, that's good. Okay. Anyway, Michael Gitchie had a few good games. We noticed every mistake he made, but he wasn't awful all year long. Not all.
I don't know, Ronbo. I mean, I might be on some psychedelics tonight, but when I saw that contract, that's not why I call into the Ronbo show. That's damn near 9 digits I gave to Mike McGlinchey, Ronbo.
He's gonna get a raise next year if he does well too.
I mean, I might be very well medicated tonight, but $87.5 million. Who the fuck is his agent, Ronbo? Like, you know what I mean?
I know, right?
Jesus, man. 87.5, Ronbo.
How do you approach the team and sell Mike McGlinchey and get that kind of money? I am amazed at that. I thought Mike might get 14 or 15, actually, but I didn't. 17.
These contracts are crazy, Ronbo.
Yeah, well, they're going to go up every year, and that's why ticket prices and seats are going to go up every year as
They
well.
gave Javon Hargrove, what's his name, Javon Hargrave?
$84 million.
$84 million. Yeah, man.
Well, they're going to have to pay Nick more than that, so, look out for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Nick isn't Mike McGlinchey, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. You don't have to feel bad about Nick, and his salary doesn't kick in until next year. So we'll be fine.
Yeah. And I'm very happy that they feel like they have someone that's going to help out Bosa because there's a pretty big disparity between Bosa, the next highest rated player, on their sacks, A big drop-off there.
Maybe Drake's going to be okay. We lost Willis. He's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And Hyder's still out there. Hyder and
they kind of remind me of the Warriors. You know how like they always get these high round draft picks a couple of years after and stuff like.
Yeah, because that big dude, what's his name, starts with a W? Good God, he's good. The power forward. I said, damn, who is that?
Oh, on the Warriors? Oh, I'm not too sure about that. All I know about the Warriors is that I fade them when they're on the road because they can't win on the road.
No, everybody's making a joke about that this year. Warriors, we only play at home. They became a money team. The Warriors they're going to play when the playoffs start, but as long as they stay in the playoff picture. But as far as busting ass all year, they don't care.
I don't know, man. They can't win on the road.
They're not trying.
They're not trying. Clay might go off here and there, but.
Yeah, remember, they lost Stephon. Hey, this is where you play. But I didn't call you around to talk about the Warriors. Go ahead, say it. I love when you say that.
Exactly, Ronbo.
Listen, Casey, there's some concerns by Big Show, and I imagine he represents a large percentage of us, that the 49ers aren't going to be able to do well. I don't know that we should be going that far. We may have gone too far. Now, there's some things we would like to see improve. But as far as the 49ers not getting to the playoffs, that's out of no. They're going to the playoffs, and they're going to win the NFC West. There's nothing in the NFC West to stop the 49ers. And if anything, they might be able to sweep through the West again. And that in itself is 2, 4, 6 wins, like last year. And then you just get 7 wins or 5 wins or whatever from the rest of the schedule, and you're done.
Well,
that's how the Patriots did it for years.
I'm not concerned with what Big Show has to say. I saw the thing the other night, and I saw Deebo Samuel and Fred Warner and George Kittle, and I was like, this is a serious thumbnail on this Ronbo Sports Show that I'm calling into tonight. I got full faith in the 49ers to. Yeah, I mean they went on a crazy run last year. I mean they didn't lose a game for like 4 months, So like, I mean,
it was fun, wasn't it? Singing "Ooh La La" every week.
It was a great season, man. Even through Jimmy's injury, I mean, Jesus, Ronbo, they just unreal what they did last year.
And the exclamation point, the Mexico City game. The 49ers had a coming out party. They just annihilated the Cardinals. It wasn't even a game. And that point on, you knew
38-10,
yeah. Then that point on, you knew the 49ers had arrived. McCaffrey has smoothly made his clean segue. He is now part of the big red machine, big red and gold machine. It was over right there. Defense was already too much, and now we got an offense. Uh-oh. And then we get hurt. Because, Casey, I swear, maybe Kansas City beats us in the Super Bowl, but that was going to be a fourth quarter win. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, really, talk Kyle, man. He's got to make sure everyone stays ready,
Yeah. Yeah. You know, one thing about losing,
I'm just glad
the
the
guys
Niners
are
don't
still
have
hungry.
Baker Mayfield. We can't let him off that safe, man. Baker Mayfield got as far away from Nick Bosa as he could. He went to the other side of the country.
That's why I got a kick. What is it? We're going to sign Baker Mayfield. No, we're not. Nick will stop him at the airport. Casey, our clock ran out. Okay. Casey, I'll see you Friday,
Yeah, I
Thursday.
told him go suck a lemon. Hey, Ronbo, you know, I see a lot of things, man. I love you, Ronbo. I hope you have a blessed night. Thank you
Thanks,
for entertaining me, as always. Such a pleasure.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. Anytime I can
March,
cheer
here we
you up
are
on
in March talking about the 49ers in the Super Bowl. You know, what can we do, Ronbo? So,
we're not delusional, Case. We got to do it. All right.
Not many people I'd wait an hour to talk to the 49ers about in March.
Thanks,
you know?
Case. Shucks, man. That's cool as can be.
All right, Ronbo, you take it easy, man. You have a blessed night, Ronbo.
You too, man. Night, Case. And hey, let's go get Ellis, Don Burr's favorite dude. Oh, wait, Ellis, hold on a second. Tony! Barring an injury to the quarterbacks or Bosa, the 49ers are absolutely a playoff team. Biggest concern is offensive line from center to right tackle. Also, we need a cornerback. You know, I got to tell you, though, Tony, I really like Demo. I got a feeling he takes his game to another level. Ambry Thomas, I'm not giving up on him yet. And Travaris is fine. Tony, we're okay at corner. Elvis!
Detroit sport panties, probably.
Ellis, you got that down. Perfect.
The female kind.
Oh,
with the strings that go on the behind. Anyway.
Let me see that thong.
Right. Cisco, that's your theme song, Don Burr. We're gonna be playing. I know you know about the thong song, Don Burr. That's what we're gonna play when you call in.
He's wearing a thong now.
No, but he's gonna come through and say, Don Burr doesn't wear thongs. I wear women's boxer briefs. No, I'm just playing.
Ellis.
Yes, sir.
Ellis.
We here though.
Ellis,
it's all good.
Right now, man. You know, I think we are concerned, overly concerned about the 49ers losing too much. So I thought I'd take tonight out. Listen, guys, let's stop. We're starting to look silly in front of other teams that are looking like absolute butt cheeks. L.A., Arizona, and you know, I ain't got nothing to say about the Hawks just yet. I'll wait. But the thing is, you know, I don't see us not making the playoffs. And once you get to the playoffs, anything and everything happens.
Right. And we got that working into our favor. I heard you talking about it, you know. I mean, that was a hell of an accomplishment. I can't remember the last time we actually swept the entire division. So, you know, and that just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? So we got the team to be able to do that. You know, we're going to have our challenges with the Seahawks, at least the momentum building up into that point. It didn't seem like we really had a problem with them when it came down to us playing them last year. But
especially that playoff game. I mean, just like beat them through the dirt and said, "Don't come back in here no more." You know, I mean, they just beat the Hawks last year.
Each time, every word is the belt's coming. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, such a good
Who
year.
Remembers that?
I'll never forget it.
Anyway, but yeah, man, that's one thing we got to look forward to, though. Honestly, we got a really tough schedule. I mean, honestly, the teams that we're playing next year, we got some good teams. Some of them are going through transitions, but you know, the Bears are going to be better next year. There's a lot of teams that are going to be better next year. I mean,
surprise teams, yeah, the ones you never expected. Exactly, that happens every year too. You're right.
Yeah. The way that they, you know, got things set up for themselves in the draft and the offseason and cap space. I mean, shit. And they got some teams that are loaded.
And you're not saying anything, but you know the biggest competition is going to come from, don't you? Don Burr is going to, boy.
Yeah.
I could see them before
the
playoffs. 49ers will match up against the Lions. Don Burr, y'all know I'm back. Don, you ain't back? Okay, go ahead, Ellis.
No, they'll look, no bullshit. I think the Lions,
They're gonna be tough.
are a good team, and they're going to continue to get better. I already said that after that last draft where they drafted Amon-Ra St. Brown and Penei Sewell, and and each year they've
what's
gotten
that tackle? What's that edge rusher they picked up? And I said, my God.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Oh,
yeah, he's a beast. Yeah, he's a beast. They got Levi Oswerike or something like that as another defensive lineman from Washington. That they got, I think, last year, the year before. They got players, and then they got that wide receiver who just came up with Jamison Williams, who just came off that injury, and he came right in and was playing. So
all of a sudden,
and then they got
I didn't even know who he
they're
was.
Looking really good in the draft.
And they picked him up in the draft, right? And he came in looking like he's been in the league for years. I said, "What? Who is that?"
Yeah,
that's
Alabama.
That kid came in injury.
Really? That's that Alabama stock.
I know.
So. But they'll be good next year, and so it'll be nice to see what we look like, considering the depth that we want, that we don't have as far as the individual players.
Yeah.
Not having Omenihu, not having all of the guys basically that we just lost, this year, and then. Yeah, Jordan Willis, that hurt me. I was just talking about Jordan Willis the last show we had, and I'm like, at least there's, Jordan Willis that could still be there available to us. Yeah, right.
We cannot
and
leave
so now
people like that hanging out. Hyder's still out there. One other guy.
Signed Kerry. I mean, did we end up getting what's his name? Kevin
Givens?
What's Givens? Yeah, we got Givens, right?
We got him back.
Did we sign him? Okay, good.
We signed him.
Good. Yeah, we need to keep some of those guys, man. It's important because when you bring in new fresh guys and stuff, they have to get used to the system. And there's a lot of fluidity that we have with these guys, with Jordan Willis and all the other guys, Givens and Kerry and stuff like that. They work really well together. So we got to try to find a way to keep some of these guys together. So when the new guys come in, they can kind of see the flow and fall in line and just kind of pick up.
And they're picking on Drake, Drake Jackson. They're looking for him to give him some good stuff. So he's going to be opposite Nick, I guess.
I think he's gonna rise to the occasion.
He just got tired last year. He showed some things last year, actually.
Yeah, he wasn't scared. The game wasn't too big for him. His body just wasn't ready for the season. That's what it was. Yep. He physically wasn't there, but mentally he was there, and playing at this kind of pace and this level with this kind of team, he just and he still made plays. That's what I'm saying. So he's going to come with it. I think he's going to come with it. I got high hopes for Drake. I think he's going to come in and especially with the guys that aren't going to be there no more. We don't have Omenihu and all that other the other guys, just Jordan Willis to depend on. So that's going to mean more reps for Drake Jackson. It's going to be on him, and I think he's going to take it on. Strong. He's going to get in that weight room this off season, and he needs to go. He needs to go train with Nick. You need to find a way, Nick. Go get him a plane ticket. Let him come stay with you in the house. You and work out with you and Joey or something like that. That would be a perfect motivation for Drake Jackson. Yeah. Exactly, for sure.
And he's got Hargraves to get Hargraves. He's got a lot of tough guys to try to keep up. Eric Armstead will probably keep an eye on him. We got some veterans that can definitely keep him in the right groove. So Drake he'll come around. Ellis?
Yeah. Well, Javon, I think he's going to come in and do. I've seen this stuff about Travis Kelce saying that was the hardest guy he had to block while he was on. So that's good. That's good. We kind of figured that, but that lets us know we definitely got one, and we just want to see it translate on our team. And he might play his best football that he's played yet in his career being a Niner. So I look forward to that.
He's 4 or 5 inches off the ground, Ellis. I'm telling you right now, if you have to block him and he's coming up at you like that, as strong as he is, as fast as he is, that would be a lot of problem. My God, Eddie, he's strong. Watching the tape on him, I didn't know what we had. Look out, NFL.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness. Him and Nick. Yo. I can't wait.
We're definitely going to get at least one or two. I'm going to say at least 2 defensive linemen in this draft.
Oh, yeah,
If not 3. Offensive line, defensive line for sure, a tight end, a quarterback, 1 wide receiver at the least, I want to say, in a running back, at least 2 offensive weapons, 2 or 3. So tight end, 1 running back, 1 wide receiver, quarterback, and the rest defensive, offensive line.
Yeah.
Maybe a secondary position. We got so many picks. I just don't want us to give away 3 picks just to get up to go get 1 guy. That's why I said before. I want us to try to fill in. You know,
as well though, because you can't use all the picks. They're going to get cut. There's not a lot of room. The 49ers can use about 4 or 5 good players. The rest of those picks are going to get cut. So it's just if you can trade them up, you might as well. Because this team's stacked for the most part. You need a safety though. And because Gibson's getting a little older.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A secondary position, yeah, for sure. At least a corner. So that's why I'm saying we can delegate. We can utilize all those picks. You know, an offensive, defensive lineman or 2. That's 4. 4 spots. Quarterback 5. You know, a corner. We'll definitely get a corner. We'll definitely get a safety. So, and a linebacker.
Well,
we got undrafted free agents that we can pick. We can pick through as well. So
we're going to get that in the days ahead. But listen, Dallas, we're going to go now. I'll be looking for you Thursday, not Friday, Thursday, and
right on.
Let's see what's else up. All right, fam.
Yes, sir. Okay, fam. Thank you. Appreciate you as always for the platform.
Shout out to that adorable
Shout out production.
That squad. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm over here frying chicken right now. We about to get it in.
Yeah.
In about 15 minutes.
All right.
And shout out to the faithful man. Hit that like, subscribe. You know you're at.
Thanks,
and make sure you guys turn on your notifications whenever Rudy decides he wants to do a show. I know he only has 2 or 3 people, so he's looking for paid viewership, paid subscribers. You guys might be able to make a quick buck. Anyway, peace and love. Y'all know what it is.
Night, Ellis.
Later.
Is Rudy doing a program right now? Let Jalen come in and say how he feels about Rudy. Jalen!
Cardinals, y'all irrelevant. Rams, y'all a joke. Throwing the ball on the 1-yard line is the Seahawks choke. Ronbo, let me address something real quick with this chat with a caller of yours. Because apparently he claims that I've only been a fan of the 49ers since 2017. I only watch games when we win. Ronbo, what the fuck did the 49ers have going for them in 2017 to where any fan or free agent would want to come and be a part of San Francisco? Not a damn thing.
True.
Ronbo, from 2014 to 2019, the 49ers weren't even mentioned on First Take. They not even weren't mentioned on shit. Ronbo, I've been a 49ers fan since 2011. In case you didn't notice, I'm a young black man, Ronbo. I was a huge fan of Colin Kaepernick. To this day, I say it with my chest poked out. He's my favorite 49ers quarterback. I respect what Joe Montana did and what Steve Young did. But Ronbo, I wasn't there to witness it. I was there to witness live what Colin Kaepernick did. It's different when you there and you see what hasn't happened and you watching on TV what already happened. You just don't feel the same. And I saw Colin Kaepernick perform at a high level for years. And I've been a 49ers fan going on over 10 years now. Dude, to say that I don't watch games when we're losing would say I've missed out on a lot of 49ers football because we've done a lot of losing in the last 10 years. So that statement you made, it was very ignorant. If you would have said 2019, you might have got me because we went to the Super Bowl that year. But to say I became a fan of a team right at the beginning of a rebuild, dude, that's dumb. What sense does that make? Anyway,
I try to tell him.
It don't make sense.
That's what I'm trying to. Jada's pretty young. I mean, I said
like that don't even make sense, Ronbo. Yeah. And apparently, I'm supposed to know about a coach that coached our team back in 1998, 5 years before I was even conceived. Ronbo, he didn't do shit. Ronbo, he didn't do shit for our team. What was this, Mariucci? He didn't even win a Ronbo. He didn't win a ring. Why the hell should I care about why should I know who he is? He didn't do nothing for the organization. If Kyle Shanahan does not win a ring, and in 20 years, 40 people that are like top young kids right now that are going to be my age in 20 years, if Kyle Shanahan does not win a ring, I guarantee you those kids will not know who he is right now. in 20 years from now. They will not know who he is or even care for who he is because he didn't do nothing for the organization.
Mm-hmm.
So why should I care who Mariucci or whoever this guy is? Why should I care who that is? He didn't do nothing.
Yeah,
that didn't even make sense. That didn't even make sense, Ronbo.
I was trying to know, guys, James is pretty young, so he doesn't know about this and that. So, he may have missed some time, but, it's okay for you to feel that way because there has not been a lot of good things happening since 2013 and 14. Harbaugh had a 3-year run, but before that, we were disappointed a lot,
Yeah, Ronbo, I understand that y'all was disappointed a lot. And when did this so-called drought start for like the older 49er fans? Like after the last Super Bowl?
The older 49er. No, you had there's some coaches down through the years. Jalen, you would have cussed them out as with the rest of us. There is.
I just want to know that during all those older times that they ever see the 49ers lose 2 Super Bowls.
No.
Because that hurt. Ronbo. I want to know if they saw them lose the 49ers lose to the Seattle Seahawks in the NFC Championship, and then for the next 6 years, we get completely owned by them.
Well, we lost to Dallas. Okay, you're right.
Ronbo, these last 10 years,
I'm talking about
2
way
Super
back
Bowl
in the day.
losses. That's painful, Ronbo. That's painful, Ronbo. What 49ers fans will want to relive these last 10 years? Who will want to relive these last 10 years? Look at what's happened to us. Look at the big games we've lost.
The Hawks and Cardinals, they took turns owning us. And, I still don't hate the Cards, but the Hawks fans made me hate them.
Yeah,
the Rams were always, we could beat them every time we wanted to.
Ronbo, I didn't even hate the Seahawks till after that NFC Championship game. That's truthfully. I didn't even hate them till after that game.
Yeah.
After that game, when they beat us in the NFC Championship, I couldn't stand them, and then we lost to them every year.
And that's when the fans started talking trash. That's what creates hatred for a team, not the team in particular. It's the people that love to run around talking trash, and that's what does it.
Man, and Ronbo, usually when I come in here, I don't even talk about the 49ers. I don't brag about how many rings we've won. Ronbo, I wasn't a part of it. Usually when I come in here, I'm clowning these teams in the West. That's honestly what I do. I just come in here and I talk shit about the West, and I say what needs to be said, what needs to be changed, and most of the time it's Kyle Shanahan. Because say what y'all want, as bad as we look with Chip Kelly and Jim Tom Sula, they were both one and done. Was Kyle Shanahan after having a losing first season? He was not. I don't know why. And after another losing season, he was not. We got to see Kyle Shanahan play with good players. In respect to them and in their defense, we never got to see Tom Sula and Chip play with any good players like we did with Kyle. So how good would they actually look with good teams? I just want to know. Because we've seen how Kyle looks with bad teams. He can't elevate them. We've seen it. He had 2 losing seasons. We've seen he can't elevate no bad teams.
Well, they were losing by small scores and margins, though.
No, Ronbo, 2017, we were getting blown out pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. We were getting back.
Remember, we were losing some of those games by 2 and 3 points, and then of course the last 6 games of the season, the 49ers finally won. Remember, we were 1 and whatever, and we beat the Giants, and then Jimmy came in, and they didn't lose another game.
Jimmy, I remember the Eagles put like 40 on us one game.
Yeah, it was rough that year.
It was tough.
Yeah.
I mean,
really bad.
I mean, Ronbo, we still saying into year 8 right now. We're waiting on the offensive breakout. Why are we still waiting on the offensive breakout in year 8?
Well, we had one last year. I mean, when you look at the amount of points we scored.
Know.
You don't think so?
I mean, we always get hot late in the season, Ronbo. I can't count that. I mean, that we always get hot late in the season on offense. If that would have happened like in the beginning of the season, when we have an offensive breakout, Ronbo, I know is when we're not going to be putting up 10 points weeks 1 through 5.
Yeah,
That's
I
when I
don't know
know the
what's up with
offense
that,
is
though.
gonna be
The
going.
49ers do have a tendency, the last 2 years in particular, of starting out like, oh, we don't feel like playing yet. We'll wait till week 4 or 5. Yeah, that comeback that year against the Rams, that was silly. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
y'all put
Ronbo,
yourself in this position like that early in the season.
I mean, you can say that the offense clicked late with Brock Purdy, but I mean, it was week 13, Ronbo. I mean, when have we not always clicked late in the season, Ronbo? That's what our team always does.
Yeah.
When we come out hot, averaging like 25 points a game, that's when I'm gonna know, okay, the offense has arrived. When everybody's beat up and hurt late in the season, that's when I can't say that our offense is broken out. You know what I mean?
I'm glad you got in there to defend yourself tonight. I'm appreciate that. You know how I feel about you. But listen, we got to go now. Come on back in here.
Man.
It's Thursday.
Well, you know, we still the kings of the West. Collins needs a 2-year rest. Gene D and them stanky ass Rams still spelling on that donkey piss. Let me get a Niners shout out, Ronbo. Niners shout out. I don't know why Bruce Miller knocked that old man. Ronbo, you remember Bruce Miller?
Yeah, I remember him.
Knocked that old man out. I don't know why he did that.
He drunk. Bruce can't drink. He proved that. He had an incident like that, similar to that the year before, when he took his girlfriend's phone and slammed it up against the wall, broke it into pieces.
It was dark times, Ronbo. Dark times. Still dark times.
All right, Jalen. Everything's gonna be okay. I'll see you Thursday, okay?
All right.
Night, fam. Yeah, you guys, we got to understand. You know, some of the kids don't understand what all the hoopla is about, because all they've went through, and the big shows included, they've only been through what we've been going through trying to get this number 6. Hey, area now. Tony has something to say too. Tony, the subject matter tonight. Tonight's subject matter was we got to stop complaining, folks. We're a great team. We're doing all right compared to anybody in the NFC West. The rest of them are just finished, and we're going to the playoffs by default, if for no other reason. But Tony, you've got some things you want to say about Kyle Shanahan and the organization that's being run as a whole. Go right ahead.
Well, all of a sudden, Ronbo, I've somehow just felt a need to come in and piggyback off Jalen and Big Show for some reason. I don't know why. Look, okay, can we live in the real world, or do we want to live in a fantasy world? We're going to talk about fact or fiction?
I do want to live in a fantasy world, actually, though, Tony. I got to tell you, I love it. But go ahead. I can take it.
We'll go with, if you want to live in a fantasy world, Ronbo, go with Jimmy G to Vegas. They're already thrown.
And hang out with
They're
him.
already throwing pits and ass at him all over the place.
I knew that was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen. As soon as Jimmy got into town, the first thing the ranchers did, Jimmy, you can come in here anytime you want. It's free. What?
All right.
Stop. Oh.
Let's get down to business. All right. Okay. 2017, the genius. Okay, moves up in the third round traded up in the third round to get C.J. Beathard. All right, that's the genius. How'd that work out for you?
Yeah, not well.
All right, now as far as Jimmy Garoppolo goes, John Lynch made that deal, not Kyle Shanahan with Bill Belichick.
Yep.
All right, Kyle said, all right, let's give him a go. Went to a Super Bowl. Now, the only Brock Purdy, Kyle never picked him. All right, Greasy was responsible for the Brock Purdy pick. It was the last pick, and they said, yeah, look, I've been watching this kid. He's good. I wouldn't mind him. And I said, all right, take it.
Because they were going to pick him up even as a UDFA, but they went ahead and used it, like you're saying, they used that last pick.
Right. Okay. Greasy was responsible for that. So Kyle's picked the dud, and the only other one that Kyle's picked, he got him injured because he wasn't sure whether he was going to pan out or not. All right, by running him as a running back. Now, I'm just as eager as everybody else to see, and I want Trey Lance to get a chance to play because it wouldn't be fair on the kid. Honestly,
that's absolutely true.
Right?
Yeah.
but we've got to win our team, and they're caught between a rock and a hard spot. So we still don't know. We still haven't seen a Kyle Shanahan pick quarterback. All right, and I said to you there was going to be a mass exodus. We don't. The players know what's going on in that team. We don't know what's going on, and they talk to each other. They don't talk to us. All right, so and the other thing is with Kinlaw. If Kinlaw was crap, I think Kasurik would have said to Kyle, piss him off.
No, actually, you know what? Kasurik is the reason why Javon is on the team. He talked the 49ers into picking Kinlaw up. It was him. I don't know that they really understood the brevity. His knee, I don't know how clear it was to everybody how bad it was.
All right, so the other thing is, if I don't mean to be, I'm a 49er fan like everybody else, but I don't mean to be rude or anything like that.
No, it's okay.
But if we're going to get excited about sweeping the division, playing against a bunch of Sheilas in lingerie all year, all right?
Tony, that's 6 wins right there. You know, we can cruise.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, the most ferocious defense in the league with 80 sacks last year came up against the Kansas City Chiefs. 80 sacks. How many sacks did they get against the Kansas City Chiefs, Ronbo?
They got sent home with not a one. Yep.
0. All right, so you get excited about beating nothing teams. They're the teams that you should win against. All right? There's a difference between the teams that you should win against and the teams that you want to or need to win against to become champions. Anybody can beat an easy team.
Yeah. And in NFC, there's going to be a surprise team or two that comes out of the NFC West. Like every year, there's always at least one surprise. The Hawks were a surprise, actually, from last year. So, yeah.
So, you know, and as far as Kyle goes, I'd like to see him take off the nappy, all right, and stop talking to daddy. Become a man, mate, all right? When I left the house, my dad said to me, we call him the old man here in Australia, but my dad said to me, when you leave this front door, do not rubbish my name and make sure you become a man or I'll kill you myself and support your family.
Wait a minute, that's not an Australian. My dad always had a thing about, I brought you in this world, I can take you out. And my mom was always, don't leave here and embarrass me every day before going to school. That's a worldwide thing.
Well, that's right. Yeah. That's where people from good families come from. So, Kyle, take your nappy off, stop talking to daddy, and make up your own game plan and, you know, become a man, all right? His balls haven't dropped yet. He's got to take the nappy off. But, you know, I think we're looking good so far. The D-line's looking good, and whatever people they sign in what do you call it? Now what's that period called? Free agency.
Okay.
Predicates on what they're going to pick in the draft. You know, because whatever's left over, whatever they need, they're going to use draft picks for. And that $17 million cap hit, you know, all the mistakes that they've made, they should learn quickly from that because we don't need that sort of crap. We could use that money.
No, in fact, what's going on now, it's going to be, Ryder's going to get on it sooner or later. The 49ers are trying to clean up. Hargrave is definitely there for the Javon mistake. Also, what's the other guy they picked up? Anyway, some of these big-time pickups are a safety net for something that may go wrong. Lance, I feel sorry for him, but he is definitely going to be in the spotlight, and they're going to turn the light up. And a lot of people don't want to admit it, but Kyle likes Darnold. He always has. So, you know, we'll see.
Well, Javon being a mistake, I don't know about that because they have that tendency to rush players back early before they fully recover. So like Trey Lance, I want Javon Kinlaw to have a chance to prove himself And I think this year he's had enough recovery to do that.
And I hope so, too, because
So-
I feel so bad for him. I said, this Javon wants to play. I can see his attitude. He really wants to show people, but his leg just won't allow it. And like you're saying, maybe he came back. He probably shouldn't have came back until this year. He should have been recovering the whole time, but they really needed him up the middle because it stopped the run. Because remember, we were bleeding for a while there with the run, and then they became the best run defender in the league. But then Armstead was out for a long time too, and that might have piled up some run stats as well.
Yeah, but so we have to be careful about being happy and winning 6 games against shitty teams.
Come on, Tony, let me be happy.
They're the games we should win. Sorry, we should win. We better win, right? Because if we're happy with that, and then we come up against a super duper team and get smacked in the mouth, well, that's gonna like knock us back a few pegs and tell
Tony,
us where we really are on the ladder.
It'll be embarrassing. Tony, we gotta go, and I'll be back Thursday looking for you. All right. As I told you on Twitter, I couldn't wait till you got in here. Tony, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help him, Tony. Tony, I'll see you Thursday.
All right, brother. Shout out to the family and see you in the next chapter.
All right, Tony. Have a great night. Or have a great day. All right. Bye, Tony.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Man.
Cheers. And here he is. It's 49ers scary. Let me check this out. If you have been around in 1972 when the Cowboys beat the Niners on the Staubach scramble for the winning TD, you would have really been hurting. I'm feeling what you said, youngin. Jalen, this is for you. But go Niners. Yeah, I don't think there's a period in any team's history that you're not going to feel some pain. One of the reasons why the Cowboy rivalry and the 49ers rivalry is deep as it is there is a long history with San Francisco and Dallas. So, that's for life. That's never going to end. So it's always fun to watch the stands, the camera pan through the stands when the Cowboy fans are up there crying their eyes out after the 49ers. And speaking of, Bill knows how much he doesn't like the Cowboys. 49ers scare you. Thanks for that contribution. Bill!
Hi. Entertaining
Bill.
as it was,
yeah,
and as sweet it was, this is now coming on to a new season.
Yes.
I enjoyed every minute, and they are so upset about it. They have been trying to chase me out of Texas since then. Doing everything they can to create events that has not ever happened. Being delusional as could ever be. Trying to put it out I'm going to be the next mass murderer because they don't want to hear from me. And the thing is, I'm just eating Cheetos, potato chips, drinking soda, and laughing at them.
And Bill,
God forbid I pop a beer open. And they would say, I'm intoxicated doing this and that.
And Bill, pop a can of Lone Star beer right in front of him and say, and I'm drinking your beer too.
But with that being said, Ronbo, I need to make this very clear, short, and sweet on this tonight. We got everything going. We're missing linemen. Yes, you're talking about a wide receiver, but we need to think about possibly losing Brandon Ayuk. I get it. I see what's going down.
Bill, wait a minute. Wait. This is a tweet that I've not seen. Somebody was talking about earlier. What's going on with Brandon Ayuk?
He wants an extension, and if we don't give it to him, he'll be out the door by next year. So we just go ahead, get it over. If we can't extend him, trade him. Get some picks. We got OBJ in the market. Maybe he'll take a cut. If we could get a quarterback. I get you talking about we got this quarterback, that quarterback. We don't even know how they're going to come out. We don't even know if they're going to get re-injured. There's a lot of things when you put somebody out too soon from an injury, you can make it worse.
Yeah, happens all the time.
With that being said, if Kyle does not change his Kyle ways, and great coaches lower their pride, he needs to be on there bribing Tom Brady to come to the 49ers, or we are going to have a very bad season.
Bill,
and I'm talking 2 wins to 4 wins, no playoffs. Cut that one out the mustard.
Bill, I got to tell you, though, I just saw something where Ben Roethlisberger, the 49ers are trying to actually bring in Ben Roethlisberger last year. And I believe it, too.
Mm-hmm.
If you think they're not trying to get Tom Brady out of retirement right now, think again. They are definitely – the 49ers are the sneakiest bunch. They act like – no, we're perfectly satisfied with where we are with our quarterback room. Yeah, no, they're not. They tell people that. But then they go sneaking around, talking to people like Roethlisberger. I don't know what that thing was going on with what's his name from the Chargers. What's that quarterback that played there forever? Why was he talking like
Phillip
that?
Rivers?
Yeah, why was Phillip Rivers acting as if he was going to come and play for the 49ers? I don't know. I think the 49ers are starting these conversations with these guys.
Well, they're not doing a good job on persuading people. Persuading sucks. They need to call and have their wives, do it. Or if you ever seen the movie 80s for Brady, go get you some old ladies to do your contract work, because Tom Brady has a thing for old ladies when they come at him and tell him how great he is. His heart melts. Do you understand? Tom Brady's heart melts over the older ladies. Go get you a couple older grandmas, have them make the phone call for you, and tell them how great he is. He'll be a Niner within a day. I promise you.
I just know the 49ers are sneaking around, making these calls and making these plays for players. When I read that about Roethlisberger, I was blowing off my chair. Really? Okay, so Brady being talked to, I guarantee you they're talking to him.
And the fact that he wanted to be a 49er anyways, and he got some older grandmas to support him, man, it'd be hard to be playing out of his heart, to be winning us a Super Bowl, because I can promise you, you can do that. You're guaranteed to stamp a Super Bowl victory in, and I guarantee we'll be meeting those Raiders in the Super Bowl. So, yes, I would love to see the Raiders versus 49ers with Tom Brady as our quarterback, sending Jimmy G where he belongs, back on the seat. Shut up, Jimmy. Oh, you dumb potato chip.
Wait.
Mofo acting like you
Bill?
got so much special. Oh, man. I knew it was coming.
Bill, remember, you got to be nice. You could be in Vegas and tell Jimmy you're a 49er fan, and he'll take you over to one of the places that he's getting carte blanche with. Some of them ranches just outside of Vegas.
He acted like the 49ers wasn't nothing, and he happened to be a Raider fan. Are you kidding me?
You got to do
made
that.
me throw up in my mouth when I watched his interview. I did it to see if I could stand it. Within the first 2 minutes, I had to turn it off. I couldn't stand it.
You got to do that.
No, but
remember Bowman did it too. Yeah, remember Navarro Bowman went over there and talked about how he had been wanting to get over here for the longest time. So you got to do that for the fan base, even if you don't mean it.
Right. But, he could have came back to the 49ers. He didn't want to come back. He didn't want to be a part of any more of the 49ers at all. He's like, you got to pay attention to be more updates. So pay attention to that. That's why I remain quiet, trying to get as much detail as I can, listening and watching and doing all that. So I know exactly what I spew when I'm going to be saying. But like I said, I'm watching this and I still haven't seen it. And by the way, I got to shut this down real quick. We are not getting Lamar Jackson. Cut that one out.
No. I don't know why that keeps coming up.
That is not happening.
That is never going to happen.
No.
I mean,
there's a better chance.
Yeah.
Better chance of being a ballerina than being a 49er.
Lamar wants to get paid, and he's serious. If anybody thinks he's not serious,
right? And we ain't got that. Our roster, we ain't got that kind of cap to give him.
There's just not.
So ain't no way.
Yeah.
He wants Patrick Mahomes money.
Guaranteed.
You know how many you read half the players on the team to give him Patrick Mahomes money?
Yeah.
500 million.
Well, not that much, but he still wants guaranteed in excess of what Deshaun Watson got. And Deshaun Watson got overpaid, paid. You can't get more than Deshaun.
You would have to get rid of Kittle. You would have to get rid of Kittle. You would have to get rid of Deebo Samuel.
No,
get rid of
the roster gets...
half of our roster would have to go.
Yeah, it's got to get gutted. Yeah, so...
You would have to get the whole team. By then, it ain't meaning that. What he's wanting is not a Super Bowl ring. He wants money. So I guarantee he care less about a Super Bowl. He wants his paycheck so he can leave. He don't care about his legacy. He wants the money. That's what he wants. So don't even look his way. Put it up and it's all well. He gonna end up as a 49. It's not happening. All those talkers on ESPN and et cetera, they don't know what they're talking about.
Bill, the thing is, if you get Lamar Jackson, the 49ers offense would be just obscene. It really would. But he's not coming.
Beautiful,
but it would be
he
amazing.
don't care about the Super Bowl. You're right. If he had any brains, he would take a pay cut, get some rings on his roster, and then take his money. Because then it would go from Deshaun Watson money to guaranteed Patrick Mahomes money, and he could suck the rest of his career. But he's not thinking that way. You're right. You're absolutely right, but that's not how it's going to end up.
Well, Bill, we're going to go, and I'll see you
Give
Thursday.
me a 49er shout-out.
Can't do.
And don't get your hopes up until we can get a quarterback. If we don't get a quarterback, expect a 2-4 season win. Give me a Niner shout-out.
Bill, 2-4. Remember, we have the Hawks, the Cardinals, Rams.
Don't sleep on the Hawks. Don't sleep on them
We
Hawks.
get 4 wins in. And Billy, ready? Niners! Bill! Have a great night, Bill.
Have a nice night.
Keep an eye on them Texans. Night, fam. Bethel.
Hey, Rumble.
Bethel, tonight I just said to myself, you know what? We're not going to go into that dark place. We're fine. We're just not in as much trouble as some of us believe. I do not believe that. And the roster's fine. We've made some moves. We're okay. Bethel, let me stop trying to influence what you say, though. Are you optimistic about the days ahead for the San Francisco 49ers?
Yeah, because what did I say? We lose one player, and look at we gain a versatile player. If you see this guy that we picked up, he could play the middle, he could play a guard, he could play different positions.
John Feliciano.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of good things about this guy, and nobody knows about him.
He's gonna take somebody's job. I would, if I had to bet on that.
Yeah, he is.
Somebody's gonna lose their job to that guy. I don't know if it's gonna be Brendel.
Yeah,
because he plays center guard.
And
yeah.
Yeah, so he plays. We lost one versatile guy, and look at we gained another one and cheaper. Not a lot of money. You know, so and
I understand he's a great locker room guy too. Big, dangerous, and a fun guy. That's a hard combination.
Yeah, yeah, and then if you see in his division, he played some of the good defense. The Commanders, they had a really good defense.
Dallas
Philly had a really good defense.
Yeah.
And then, Dallas Cowboys, they had a good defense.
Yeah.
So he played some of those top players. So, and he did a really good job. So,
I think his entire his career, what is he, his 6th year or something like that, or his 7th year? Anyway, he's only he's given up only 3 sacks.
Yeah, so he's a good player that we picked up, and it just you gotta trust the process, like everybody says, and because you never know who they're gonna pick up and how they're gonna work out, and I think that and I said it too. I go, you gotta worry about Ayuk because Ayuk is gonna want his money.
Yeah,
and it's looking that way.
And he went public when they, that's the worst thing you can do with the 49ers, and Debo proved that last year. The worst thing you can do is start going public with your problems with the 49ers. Don't. Damn, I wish he wouldn't have done that. Just go talk to the guys at the office. You don't have to go on social media, let everybody know I'm being mistreated, and if I don't get my way, I'm out of here next year. Come on, Brandon.
Yeah, and because I was looking, he wants to stay, but at the same time, he wants his money. So,
well, he knows the situation right now in the 49ers anyway. I don't know why he can't be patient. Everybody gets paid.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick's not going to get paid until right around before camp opens, and it doesn't kick in until next year. So if you want, they can pick up a 5th-year option on him. You just can't interrupt the schedule and just say I need to get paid now. Not now. You can do it next year, maybe, but not now. God.
So the way it looks like, he might not try to sign the 5th-year option, but
no,
at the same time, at the same time he said that it's not up to him; it's up to his agent. So, I think it's gonna depend on his agent how his agent takes care of everything.
Because his agent knows how important he is to the offense now.
Yeah.
He's come around. He's our best route runner. We need him. We really do.
Yeah. And then another thing, what one thing that Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady have?
What?
On the record, that they both needed help from the NFL to win a championship. So they're paper champions.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not real champions. They're paper champions.
Wow,
So.
Mahomes is pretty legit, actually. And Tom.
No, because he would have lost against. He would have lost 4 times in a row against.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. If it wasn't for the referees helping him
I thought
out.
about that. I already gotten over it, but I thought about that. I said they got past the Bengals on that play. Come on, ref.
So imagine if it was the Bengals in the Super Bowl. They would have won the first Super Bowl. So it should have been the Bengals versus the 49ers.
As far as I'm concerned, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it is what it is. Move on. But I go if people want to complain on social media about the referees and complain about Roger Goodell, doing all this bullshit. If you want to complain to somebody,
remember, it's a business, and there's going to be manipulations and things going on in dark rooms. That's never going to stop. As long as boxing is just, boxing is so bad, Bethel. You probably know, boxing is so bad they don't even hide it anymore. You see some of those referee blah 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 has it blah 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 ref blah blah. It is by split decision or give it to the other guy. They got his brains beat out. He says, "Come on."
Yeah, it's
God.
Yeah.
Boxing and basketball, I don't watch them much anymore. Makes me so mad.
Yeah, that's why I like to watch the UFC.
Yeah, I know.
Like the UFC.
That's real.
That's real, and it's more entertaining because you don't know what's gonna happen.
You don't.
Out of nowhere, you could be dominating, and then you could get your ass knocked out in the quickness.
Suddenly. So yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard to actually.
Yeah.
It's hard to cheat with the MMA action anywhere because of the way the fight is being conducted. So. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's like when you're doing the betting thing, and you try to pick, who's gonna win. It's hard to pick because you don't know what's gonna happen. So
that's what's so good about it. That's why people are leaning toward it way. Boxing's losing its audience now because everybody knows the mob has screwed that up so bad. We already know who's going to win this fight. Anyway.
Yeah, even though Canelo is a Mexican, and he's really good. I remember they had one judge had him winning on so how much, and you can't believe that because it was actually a closer fight. But.
Well, this goes back. This goes back for years. I mean, all the way back to when Roberto Duran was knocking people out. I saw, Money Mayweather and Benny. What's his name out of the Philippines? I said, you guys. I mean, come on, baby. Money Mayweather must have paid somebody before that fight. Anyway, we could talk about boxing for hours. Listen, Bethel, we got to go though. I'm going to tell you what. I'll see you Thursday if you got time.
All right. See you on Thursday. Hit the like and be calm, people. And let's go Niners.
Yes, it is. Going for that trophy again this year.
All right.
Night, Bethel.
Yep. All right. Good night.
And let's go there. Hey, Steven in Rome. Steven.
What's going on in Ronbo?
Steven, I thought I'd call a break on the we have problems day and call it a day of celebration. Look at this team. We're ready. We're gonna pick up some people in the draft. There's gonna be some surprises. But okay, let me stop because I'm way too happy about this. Steven, how do you feel?
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you who's not going to be a contender. And two teams, really. The Eagles.
Yeah.
And
Rams.
the Rams.
Yeah.
So those are two teams that we'll never see in the playoffs for probably the next 4 years.
Well, the Rams, I give them 6.
I can tell you a team who's going to be really scary, though.
Which one?
That's the Jets.
Jets and the Lions.
Yeah. Those two teams, because the Lions were good last season. They were decent, which was kind of scary because I thought we were going to lose.
But this year they're serious. I mean, real serious.
Yeah, they're serious. So that's actually kind of scary. Same thing with the Jets. Both of those teams are kind of scary looking. You know, pretty much all of Green Bay's talent transferred over to the Jets. So it's just, I don't know.
And if Aaron Rodgers goes on over there, you're right. If Rodgers goes to the Jets, they're going to be awfully tough.
Yep. You know who I wouldn't be surprised to pop off though this season? Who? But hear me out. Jimmy G with a decent offensive line.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's not going to be playing Kyle-style football. He's going to go back to playing the football he played before he came to us, which was pretty freewheeling. That Jimmy G we saw in 2017, that's Jimmy G. The Jimmy G we saw in 2018, that's Kyle's Jimmy G, right? So, they could be tough. Steve?
Yeah, no, honestly, I mean, sorry, my bad. I was looking at little Roman. He's right now. He's awake. He's trying to crawl. He got his 2 bottom teeth coming in.
Yeah.
And I was trying to make him smile. But
that's gonna be fun watching those teeth come in. Let him bite you every now and then. Oh, that hurts. But anyway.
And then on top of that, well, I mean, I think our defense is gonna look nice, especially with Hargrave. I didn't expect that signing at all, to be honest. I don't think anyone really did.
Nobody did.
I expected Hargrave to stay with the Eagles, which was, kind of cool that we got to keep him. And then we also signed, what's his name, from the Panthers, Hartsfield. How do you say his name? Hartsfield?
Yeah. Hartsfield. If Wilkes wanted him over there, he must be okay. Or else Wilkes knows, and he's a defensive back guy. He knows. So I think he's going to be pretty good too.
Well, not only that, Ronbo, it's, we got to also get Travarius Ward to lower his contract. So that's even better. Like, I don't think people realize that, like, oh, yeah, our corners are, soft still. Like, no, we have 2 veteran corners who are actually pretty damn good. I mean, Travarius Ward is probably one of the better veterans out there. And then we also got Hartsfield, who is also a pretty damn good cover corner. And then who else do we pick? I mean, we lost quite a few teeth on the defensive side. We did lose, Brunskill on offense. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, we'll see. We signed Feliciano, who I was really happy about.
Yeah, because I didn't know anything about him. And now it seems like that guy's not going to be sitting on the bench.
No. I would be surprised if Feliciano. He plays right guard, which is exactly what Mike McGlinchey plays. So that's one hole we filled already.
Yeah. Well, he plays guard, but you can move Burford out. I think Burford was actually a tackle anyway.
Yes.
So
Burford originally was a tackle. We got Aaron Banks in the middle. We've got Burford on the left with Trent Williams. We get Feliciano on the outside right, and then we get to keep, what's his name? Who do we keep again? Brendel.
Oh, yeah, at center? Yeah. Brendel's at center.
Yeah, so, my bad.
And the nice thing is, now you have a backup in case something goes wrong with Jake because, our offensive line is guys are getting killed all the time. So the more quality depth you got, the better. Then Feliciano's only depth right now until he comes in and works with him and beats somebody out. So if he can.
Hopefully he can, because we need veteran talent on that outside. Bad.
Absolutely.
And then everyone's saying that the Broncos might be something. I don't think so. Russell Wilson showed he can't hit a target to save his life. I mean, really, you have probably arguably the best wide receiver there. So
it's a great wide receivers. Yeah, Sean's gonna have figure something out though. That Peyton's a damn good coach. We'll have to see. He's gonna make it easier for
Russ. Who else? Well, who else I wouldn't be surprised if the 49ers pick up for cheap. Maybe if they can, Adam Thielen.
Is Thielen still looking? I saw him yesterday. I was reading about him yesterday. He's been around to a couple of teams that he didn't sign up with. I'm kind of surprised that he's still available.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we didn't sign Jamal Williams. That I was really shocked because I was like, Jamal Williams would have been perfect for the 49ers, to be honest. But I mean, we already got too many running backs in the room anyway, so I guess.
Well, no, but that's impossible. The 49ers should have 15 or 20 running backs, and by week 13, 49ers are going to have to go to their practice squad. Oh, this is, you knew it was going to happen. My God, they go through running backs. So I'm not.
Oh, easily.
Pull muscles, sprains. I mean, you know how good Mitchell would be if he could just stop getting hurt. Mitchell's really good, but he can't stay off the IR.
I don't get it. Why do we draft such good running backs, but they can't stay healthy? I mean, I think Jordan Mason is going to be a breakout star next season, 100%. TDP, I think we're just going to forget about him just the way we did about what was that one really big tight end that could run a route like a wide receiver that we had that we were like, no, we got to get rid of him.
Big tight end.
Back in 2020. What's his name?
Oh, yeah. Didn't he come over from Atlanta?
I think
the guy was huge, right? 6'8", 6'9", something like that.
Again, he just kept getting injured.
Yeah. Oh, we are thinking about the same guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's. I mean, TDP, we're just gonna forget about him, and then we're just the same way we just did about that tight end that we can't remember now. I mean, but I honestly. The 49ers look pretty solid. I mean, we get to keep a lot of our talent. But this is it, Ronbo. I mean, I don't see the 49ers keeping everybody again next season, If we have a losing season this round, I don't see us ever doing good again. I don't see us keeping George. I don't see us keeping Duke, Debo. It's just they're all going to go.
Debo's got it. They still got their contracts. But, I mean, George, is this George's last year in this contract?
I think so.
Okay, he is a danger to leave. Or if we're losing this, if there's something we're losing or something this season, the 49ers might up and trade George at the midway point in the season.
Yeah.
No, you got to find a way to keep George Kittle. He's just a one of a kind. You can't lose George.
Yeah, he's like we cannot follow the same path the Cowboys did by letting go of Schultz, the same way we would have to let go of Kittle. No way.
Yeah.
That's not.
I mean, Kittle, Kelsey, these are the two Ks. You get rid of them, you're a damn fool. So,
yeah.
If I'm Juice, I mean, George Kittle should actually retire a 49er, or damn close. That's just too good a ball player.
They should. I mean, oh boy, this is it, Ronbo. Like I said, this is the final song and dance. It should be the final song and dance. If Kyle goes on a losing season, it's definitely the final season for him.
Yeah, he's not. That's too much talent, especially the division being as big as it is. Well, Steven, we're gonna go.
And then,
we're gonna stop here. But Steven, Thursday, be looking for you in Rome. We haven't talked to you in a while too. I hope everything's okay.
It's been a minute.
All right. We'll see you Thursday then, okay?
All right. See you Thursday, Ronbo.
Looking forward to it. Night, Steven. Night, Rome. All right. Let's go check in. Hey, Tony.
Good evening, Ronbo. How are you?
Doing great. As I said, we're supposed to be in this for enjoying our club, not being bothered and mad at them all the time, right? So I said to myself today, I'm going to tell guys, can we stop and appreciate and smell the damn roses? Yeah, we can't. Everybody can't win the Super Bowl every year, okay? But we still look at our team.
How hard it is to get there.
Oh, to get there,
You know how hard it
exactly.
is to get there, man?
That's
Yeah,
the odds are extremely high against it.
Yeah, we were only predicted to be 8-8 the year we went.
See? They do that. I love those ratings. They do that to every team. There's no team. Is there maybe Patrick Mahomes and company, but after that, everybody else gets some kind of odds.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Ronbo, I got another funny one for you. The Rams lost another free agent. Their strong safety, Nick Scott, signed with the Bengals yesterday. 4 years, 3 years, $12 million. The Rams couldn't pay him 3 years, $12 million.
I love when you spotlight and keep an eye on the Rams movements and bring them in here. So because the Rams in here hanging out. Have you noticed the Hawks aren't making any noise?
They did sign Draymond Jones, that defensive tackle from Denver, though. They signed him, but
anybody else?
He ain't helping with that run defense by itself.
Anybody else?
You
got to think about it, don't you? I'm not seeing the Hawks name on my because usually Bleacher Report I got them as a notification. Everything happens. I see that flash on my phone. I'm not seeing anything about the Hawks.
Yeah, Ronbo, but the Rams they lost 8 of their 11 starters on defense.
Every day. I've actually gotten bored with the Rams. Notifications are popping up every 5 minutes. The Rams lost this.
Aaron Donald. Yep, Aaron Donald's the only defensive lineman. They lost at the nose tackle to Tampa Bay, Greg Gaines. Alshon Robinson signed with the Giants yesterday.
Yeah, we finally got away.
They cut Leonard Floyd. Yep, they cut Leonard Floyd. They cut Bobby Wagner. They still have their other inside linebacker, Ernest Jones. He's a third-year guy.
Yeah.
And their other outside linebacker, Justin Hollins, whoever that is. So Hollins, Jones, and Aaron Donald are the only three. Yeah, they were starters, but those are the only 3 starters they got left. Their whole secondary is gone. 3 free agents, and they traded Jalen Ramsey. Everybody's gone.
I would say. Oh, Chris, you got to make the 49ers a homepage. They'll send you all their stuff. But there's the thing. What's going on in Atlanta right now, too, Tony?
I was about to tell you, Ronbo, great news. Today was a great day. You remember Eddie Goldman, the nose tackle, used to play with the Bears? We signed him last year in free agency. Then he retired before the season.
He's coming back?
Well, he came back. We picked him back up. He took a year off to get his body healed. He'll be back with us this year. That's another big body we need. He's like a run stopper mostly. And Calais Campbell is coming to our facility to visit. I told him in the chat, when Calais Campbell gets the flowery breads, lock the doors, and do not unlock them until we sign him to a contract.
Calais, and the thing about it is, he could actually you could be learned from him by the youngsters on the line with him. Calais is a legend.
Yes, sir.
That's Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir. And that's more helpful for Brady Jarrett, man. We get Goldman, and we signed that David Omanyata guy from New Orleans, who I'm starting to like now. I just hope he stays healthy. Grady will have some help. And then we got them young linebackers. Calais Campbell is going to help the young guys, Ronbo, similar to what Dwight Freeney did in 2016. You remember Vic Beasley led the league in sacks with 16 and a half?
Yes. And hadn't been heard from since.
Because of Dwight Freeney had a lot to do with that.
Yeah. Also, what was it? Oh, Ngokwu. Now, Ngokwu is another guy that everybody's watching, along with Clowney. And
I don't know what Clowney. I've been hearing you guys, but it's kind of cooled off lately. I saw one published report said we're trying to sign them. I hope we do get Ndakwe.
Because that's the cream of the crop as far as edge rushers out there available now. So,
Brown boy, if y'all sign him, oh my goodness, y'all already got good defense. Him on one end, both on the other end.
And Hargrave in the middle. Good God Almighty!
Don't forget Armstead.
And I wasn't gonna forget him. I was getting ready to mention him next. He's a good ball player, but ranks among the names I just gave you, he comes in fourth. That's crazy.
And I'm telling you, Hargraves is going to help Kinlaw, Ronbo. He's going to help that young man become a pro, better condition himself. Watch. Hargraves going to help Kinlaw. Watch.
Yeah.
I think this is going to help Hargraves not starting, so it's not the pressure on him. He could be a rotational guy.
Yeah,
I think it's going to help him.
I just hope his leg is feeling better this year. I want him to have a decent shot. If he can't play with us, don't have to leave the league. Let somebody pick him up. What a terrible story. I mean, there's a lot of kids in the NFL that have had rough lives coming into the league and finally making it there. But I mean, he was actually living on the street for a while. Then I look at him. He must have not been missing any meals when he was on the street. How could a kid grow that big without having to eat?
Yeah. And then you guys got some nice backup defensive ends. I've always liked Jordan Willis. Ronbo, Jordan Willis was doing what he's doing with y'all when he got drafted by the Bengals about 6-7 years ago. I liked him then.
We lost Willis. I believe he went to. Is that the Titans? I think he
really?
went to yeah, we just lost him the other day. That's the thing about 49ers have gotten to the point now where they can't go hurry up and sign people before they get away. They leave them laying around out there like that, and they get picked up. We've lost a lot of players because the 49ers just couldn't sign them because they had to figure out what they was going to do with their money. You got to prioritize. And these are the guys. Hargraves was number one priority, apparently. As soon as he came in and got that $84 million, everybody else knew the 49ers weren't going to sign anybody on that defensive line much more. They may go to the draft and get some more players. But the 49ers, Hyder's still out there available. And there's one more kid that's out there available, too.
Well, you got your second-round pick from last year, Drake Jackson.
Drake's going to get more time this year. They're going to depend on him a lot.
Got talent.
I still want a veteran over there in case he has a problem enduring and surviving the whole season like he did last year. You know, I've not seen a defender have that problem before.
Yeah. I'm so glad we got Jesse Bates. He's the best free safety in football.
Yes, you got Bates. Yeah.
He's going to help our secondary.
We're yelling about Bates. I say he is way too expensive. 49ers can't get Bates. So, yeah.
Well, at least the Rams can't get anybody, so.
Rudy!
They're going to have to rely on a lot of rookies.
and UDFAs.
Yes.
They just want to play
Ronbo,
anywhere.
Like you said Aaron Donald's going to look around in OTAs. Well, I think I'm either going to retire or y'all going to have to trade me.
Yes, you know what? Here's a man that's got a lot of dignity. This man's been the cream of the crop of the NFL for how long? And all of a sudden, he's out there getting triple and fourple teamed. You know, he can't do nothing. Because the 49ers, Aaron, looks like you're out here all by yourself, huh? All right, let's play.
And Ronbo,
they're not going to be able to beat anybody with Aaron.
The Cowboys have picked up a couple of good players, Ronbo, and Brandon Cooks.
Yeah.
And then, defensively, they got Stephen Gilmore for a 6th-round pick. He was nice last year. That was a good pick.
They're going to be competitive. I don't know. They're going to take that division back because the Eagles lost way too much. It's going to take them a year to recover.
Yeah.
But the Commanders, never can feel the Commanders what they go do. I don't know. They got a good team.
The defensive line, they got one of the best defensive lines, though.
Damn right.
The 4 numbers.
What's his name? A year healed up. Chase Love.
Chase. Yep.
Yeah.
I like Smooth. I like those long arms.
Boy, and he's such an athlete. My God, he can catch it, run and catch it, coverage and everything else. Oh my God, it's a freak. Anyway, Tony,
I can't believe Marcus Mariota got a job. The Eagles signed him.
And right quick. $9 million. 8 or 9 million, right? Mariota gets paid.
I can't believe it. He quit, man. And,
They probably laid down the law. Look, you're going to be the backup, which he knows.
And if you
gonna
do
have
jump,
pouting and all that.
right, and if you do jump in a car and leave in week 12 or 11, this contract is void, and you will owe us. You gotta tell them.
I wonder if the Rams are probably waiting to draft night, because remember they still trying to. They gave that wide receiver that they got in free agency last year,
Robinson.
Allen Robinson, permission to shop for a trade.
I heard he already signed earlier tonight.
They signed him?
Somebody did. Yeah.
With the Rams?
No, the Rams. No, Allen Robinson left Los Angeles. He's somewhere else.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah,
He
he signed somewhere. Yeah. So
and
that's it.
Why are the Rams all these players? I said they ain't got no money.
I'm trying to understand how they're going to play anyway with less than a 53-man roster.
Like you said, a lot of UFBAs and rookies.
So I'll see you Thursday. All right. Have a great night.
Yes, sir. I hope we get Calais Campbell.
Good luck with that.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, sir. I will see you Thursday. I'm gonna get back up in the chat
and work the Rams. There you go.
Yes, sir. See you Thursday, sir.
Night, Tony.
Take care.
Hey, check out a 49er, Brian.
Hello, Ronbo, buddy. What is up?
Brian, I'm telling you right now, man, we need to feel good about our situation because, Brian, it's not always going to be this way.
I do.
Yes.
I always do. Our team's better. Our team's getting better every day.
Yes. We got great
we
coaches.
signed old Ross Dwelly. Yeah, we got Dwelly for another year, I guess, huh?
Yeah. We got him.
Maybe they're not going to go for another tight end now.
Well,
I don't know.
You know, somebody could bring him in because there's too many good tight ends in this draft and let him compete. And then if guys can't beat him out, then that's so be it.
Yeah, Dwelly's too good to let go. You know, he's a good guy.
Yeah, Dwight. I mean, he's not necessarily the guy I mean, the guy I'm talking about is the one who missed that block. Also missed a couple of passes. I'm a little PO.
Mr. Croft? Are you talking about Mr. Croft?
You kind of pissed me off from the beginning of the season to the end.
Man, I hope they keep him as far away from Purdy as possible from now on.
Well, also some of those missed passes. Tyler, leap,
Yeah.
dive for the ball. I seen Dwelly dive for a catch last year. Beautiful catch. Make an effort to get the damn ball. Oh,
yeah, man. Well, I was just having. I just saw our old buddy Michael Irvin's in a lot of trouble. Have you heard about all that?
Oh no!
My goodness.
Well, don't tell me it's drug related again.
No, something with him harassing a woman, like sexual misconduct or something.
Well, that's it.
So,
no more NFL Network. I imagine
they booted him. They suspended him.
Yeah.
So
first take.
I'm just happy they don't let him carry any scissors around anymore. Remember that?
Yeah. Michael, he's got a bad temper.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna miss him when the Cowboys lose. I love it. He comes in foaming at the mouth when they win, and then he can't talk when they lose.
And Stephen A. You know, this is the only time I like Stephen A. is when he's riding Michael Irvin too. He's got that cowboy hat. Oh yeah, he's all over Michael Irvin.
Yeah, I really look forward to that.
And then I always think of our little boy, Texas boy, when all that happens. It's just a great thing for Texas boy to watch, you know?
I know.
So, but I was just thinking about how Mr. Irvin stabbed his buddy. They were fighting over a haircut, right? If I remember right.
Boy.
And he wanted to go before he wanted to get his haircut cut first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before this. He thought he was a rookie and he was a 10-year vet.
Yeah.
And they stabbed each other. He stabbed him in the neck with a pair of scissors.
You know,
I remember my uncle telling me about that. And I go, why isn't that guy in jail?
You know,
you know?
It depends on if you're a football player in the NFL. I mean, you've already got such a
oh
law
no, if
team.
you're Michael Irvin.
You got a law team, especially if you're Michael Irvin. If you got a law team behind you, they can get you out of these things. So
well, I remember my uncle saying that. Well, it's Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones went up to everybody and said, "Hey, you know, forget about it." You know, kind of spread his wings out and got tough with some of the reporters and It was pretty hush hush there for a while. Nobody ever talks about it anymore.
Yeah, because I don't remember this incident, but for what you're saying, it sounds like Urban.
Oh yeah,
God.
He's had just a bad history. The only reason I'm riding on old Michael lately is because remember how he used to say he was the next Jerry Rice and all that, and that just used to bother the heck out of me because he's not. I mean,
and Cowboy fans were pumping him up like in that direction too.
Yeah, and he just, I mean, I if anybody that's great on that team, I always liked Emmitt Smith. I thought he was a good guy. I was never a fan of Aikman. I thought Aikman was a punk. And
Troy,
and I just can't. Yeah, couldn't stand him.
Yeah.
So. But I agree. I think those Cowboys might be tough this year. But here's the problem: they still have Dak.
See, and what you say, and Dak's confidence. I'll bet you, Brian, that confidence may be weakened for a long time. They re-signed that guy, that backup quarterback from last year, the other day, I think. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So.
They might be tough this year, but hey, we always beat them, so whatever.
I know,
Not worried about them. You're right though. The Seahawks, they've been kind of quiet, so that kind of worries me. They're little schemers, those sea chickens. So I don't trust that old Cheat Carroll up there. I don't know what he's been scheming, but it might be scary for us for the division. I'm not worried about the lamb chops or the
how
Cardinals.
can you? They've got nobody to play.
No, I mean, hey, do you think we get the old Sam Darnold to come on our team? He's probably sick of the Ram stuff, isn't he?
No, wait a minute. You talking about their quarterback? No, we've already got Darnold. You're talking about Stafford.
I mean, no, their pass rusher. What's his name? God.
Oh, Aaron Donald.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Aaron Donald. Yeah. You see if he wants to come over and be a 49er.
Wouldn't that be funny? Aaron Donald, Hargrave, Bosa.
How dominant would that be? Oh, my God.
You don't need an offense now. You just need somebody to go out there and take up some time. You need Robbie, somebody to kick a field goal, and that's it. That's a shutout every week.
And we could bring Trent Dilfer back like the Ravens did. They didn't need him for anything, They just had that defense, and that's all they cared about.
Nick Mullins, CJ, anybody. It doesn't matter. God, that'd be brutal.
Keep the team under 10 points. We'll win it for you, Trent.
That's all you got to do. God.
But I think our draft prospects are looking better every day, don't you think? Because all the moves we've made lately, I'm really excited for the draft now.
And I can trust you can trust the 49ers in the draft as far as those 3rd, 4th, and 5th round picks because they, for some reason, do way better work in those rounds than they do in the 1st and 2nd round. Debo was a 2nd round pick. I take that back. Fred Warner was a 3rd round pick.
You just know Fred was, and you just know that we're going to pick up somebody awesome. We always do.
Always.
I don't know. It's just amazing. We have just the best scouts in the league, I think, Our scouting is amazing. So
I agree.
I just think that whoever our scouts are, they need to be promoted, like raises every year because, finding like guys like Fred Warner and like who else? Greenlaw, wasn't he up there too when we got him?
4th or 5th round there too, and look at Elijah Mitchell.
Elijah Mitchell,
he can't stay healthy, but my God, he can run that ball when he's healthy. Damn.
And Mr. Irrelevant, come on,
there it is. That's just
Birdie.
A 7th round pick wins 8 games in a row. People say it's all about Kyle's offense, but still. You got to be some kind of good to be able to run Kyle's offense, and that's the misnomer.
And I'm not worried about our quarterbacks at all. I'm not worried about our quarterback. I think Trey and Purdy will be going at each other. I think they'll be fine and ready to go,
Yeah.
Unless I just hope there's not, like, any inflammation or any of that. That's always a worry, isn't it? After you're healing and working out and it flames up on you. That's not fun.
Usually the legs are a problem with that, but the upper body, I don't know. It might be okay. So.
Yeah, but I just think they're going to be ready, and please just get rid of Johnson. He's gone, right?
That's pretty funny. It's his time of year, though. How old is Johnson? Watch Johnson. He tore ACL last year, right? Watch him come. The 49ers like him, though. I got a feeling if he comes in, he'll
I
come
don't
in.
know why. Why
he'll
do
get
we have
cut.
him?
Well, I don't know. You keep him, but remember, he ends up playing at some point.
Do we still have Dante? I know Dante tore his ACL, right?
No, that's
We
the
still
Johnson I
got
was talking
Dante
about.
on the
What
roster?
Johnson were you talking about? That's why I was talking about Dante.
Oh, okay. I was talking about our quarterback that got concussed.
Josh. Oh, Josh is already he's a free agent. He had to get his own way home that night. Yeah. So.
But we can talk about Dante. You know, Dante's never leaving our team.
No. 49er for life. It's Dante Johnson.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Can't get rid of him.
Well, Brian, we're gonna go.
Like I tell you, I'm very happy with our team. I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer like some of the other people in the chat. And
we need to be.
I'm just
be
not going to
grateful
happen.
we're not a suck team. We're
and
right in the mix.
I love Bill, but we're not going to win 4 games. Give me a break.
Bill.
We're going to be 13-4. You know, again, I think. You know, Bill's been a Debbie Downer. What's going on with him?
We don't need Tom Brady to win more than 4 games.
We don't want Tom Brady. We don't need his drama. You know, I don't want to look at Giselle every 5 minutes on TV.
I don't know about that. Giselle's not bad to look at. But you know what? But the thing is, Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know.
Rodgers
I don't think she's that attractive anymore.
Well, yeah.
you
but
know?
Rodgers is the one that gets on my nerves. Rodgers is. I used to like him too, but Aaron's getting on. What a drama queen.
I'm getting tired of them talking about Lamar too. The Stephen A. and this other guy every day. The 49ers need Lamar, or they're not going to win anything, and they need him. And do they not think about money?
No, it's
not
these
people.
It's not their money. They don't care. And I always when they say that, I'm like you. I say, okay, you guys bring Lamar, and then get rid of everybody it takes in order to pay him. Okay, you're back at square one. So
and we cannot get it. George Kittle is a franchise. We're not ever getting rid of George Kittle. You're right. He's going to retire a 49er.
You're gonna have to get, I'm
sorry.
I agree. If Kelsey can stay in Kansas City, then George can stay in San Francisco.
And I don't want Ayuk to go either. I'm on Ayuk. I'd rather trade Debo before Ayuk. You know,
there it is.
Debo's not been. You know, I'm happy with letting Debo go.
Hey, Brian's starting it right now. That should be a subject.
I'm serious.
Hey, Debo or Ayuk, what are you going to do? And that's a subject for another day, though. Brian, we got to go now.
Okay. Well, hey, I'm just saying, Debo's had a tough year. So, and Ayuk did really well. So, Debo needs to have a good year this year. That's all I'm saying. I won't take it any further. I'll let you go.
All right, you bad,
all right.
bad
Have
man.
a good night, everybody.
You too, Brian.
Love the family.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks, Brian.
Have a good night, everybody.
You too.
Bye.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this day. Let us not get too down and out about our team. We should be actually delighted that we will be in the mix. And by the way, when I say that, I'm not accepting the fact that we lose the Super Bowl. I'm saying that we keep ourselves in position to win it. And that's the most important thing. Because if you can't get there, you ain't going to win it. So, the 49ers, very good position to go win it. NFC is anybody's ball game. Anybody can win the NFC. There's about 3 teams you look at. It is the Cowboys, unfortunately. It's us. It's now Detroit. Who else? You think about it for a minute. Forget about Minnesota. They're not going anywhere. The Bears, the Giants, they got some things they got to work on. Let's see what they look like at the beginning of the season. But you know for sure which teams are definitely going to be in the mix. And we're one of them. We need to appreciate that a little more often and stop getting mad at everything that goes on in San Francisco. That's my point. God. Anyway, fam, hey, be back Thursday and let's see what develops between now and then. Have a great night, fam. Thanks for the contributions. And hit that subscribe button. I want to be able to tell you when we get ready to have some more fun talking about the 49ers. And please, give me some likes. I need at least 5 or 6 more. See you Thursday, fam. I know!